week. I try not to overwhelm myself.
Okay. Well, this one was with a guy named Ronald, and you went to an arcade.
Yes.
All right.
I
So
definitely remember that one.
you remember your date with Ronald?
Oh, I do.
All right. Well, Ronald emailed us because he thought you guys had a great time, but he says that you're not getting back to him, and he'd like to go out with you again. So he asked if we could maybe get you on the phone and find out what went wrong. He told us that the date went awesome. He even told us that you guys were making out and stuff, so it's kind of confusing.
Wow, that's private.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know how Ronald is. Not a whole lot's private with Ronald, I feel like.
Oh, my gosh.
But you liked him, right? Like you were into the date, obviously.
I mean, he had this whole, tough guy facade going, and in a way I appreciated it because I thought, he's trying to impress me, I thought that was kind of cool.
Do you
I
mean him getting kicked out of an arcade for kicking a machine and then making out with you?
Whoa, he told you guys everything.
Yeah, he did. You liked that, though.
That part, yes.
Really? It didn't make you feel like you were in junior high all over again and dating some teenager?
No, it felt really risky and, fun and thrilling. So I thought, yeah, I'll go with it. It was fun.
Okay, so you enjoyed making out with him there, and did you enjoy the makeout session when you went back to his place?
Wait, why are you asking me? It sounds like he told you everything already.
He pretty much did. But the reason that we're confused is you were making out with him, and then you stopped and left.
Yeah, he had no idea. Like, it was out of the blue.
So we're wondering why you don't want to go out with him again if you were, all into it.
Well, what he did was out of the blue.
What did he do?
It's really embarrassing for him, not me.
Okay.
I don't want to say it on the radio.
No, I definitely think you should.
If it's embarrassing for him, he's the one that set up this whole phone call. He's the one that's putting your business out on the radio. So we've already talked to him, and he says he doesn't care. He just wants to know why you won't call him back.
Well, if you must know,
Yes.
we were really into it. We were making out. It was good. It was fine. And then all of a sudden, he was touching my boobs, and he honked it and said, "Woohoo!"
Wait, what? Did you just say he honked your boob?
Yeah, only one of them. He honked my left boob and said, "Woohoo!"
Did he? Wait.
Was he trying to be funny?
I don't know. It's almost like he didn't even know he did it. He didn't acknowledge it.
What?
He didn't call attention to the fact that he said woohoo.
No, and I mean so I stopped because I thought, okay, he's throwing in a joke while we're getting hot and heavy, which I think is lame. But I was like, whatever. He's just trying to be funny. It's okay. But he definitely was not joking, and just continued. He didn't miss a beat. I don't know if he knew he did it.
But it's to be kind of on his side, he has one bad moment in a long, sounds like, makeout session. You couldn't get past a little boob honk?
I mean, a honk is one thing, but going woohoo along with it, that just kind of put me over.
I could see how that would kill the mood. That would have been followed up by a yippee if you'd have let him do other things, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, he's got a list of these little celebratory chants that he does. I don't want to stick around for the night.
Okay, so that's when you stopped and took off?
Right.
Oh, the bad boy wasn't so bad anymore.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you tell him that was a turnoff to you?
Because he seemed so oblivious to it, but I thought, let me just run now.
Yeah, why waste the time and have a conversation?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was this is the first date. I'm just going to stop now and then never talk to him again.
Okay, well, I do have bad news for you then, because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to have at least one more conversation with you.
Whoa, what?
Yeah. Ronald, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Yeah, but you're exaggerating a little bit. I mean, I grabbed it, but I didn't say woo-hoo. The most I said was woo.
It doesn't matter if you said woo or woo-hoo. It's just strange to hear those noises while we're in the middle of something like that. This isn't a sport where you're going to win something.
So what? I like to spice things up. It was my natural reaction, I was going for it.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I kind of agree with Ronald.
Really?
Julie, yeah, like, I don't know, it takes a while for two people to learn their likes and dislikes in the romantic sense, and I don't think you gave them a shot. You don't like one thing and you turn them down?
I mean, maybe we're just different. If you would have had Ronald making out with you, honk your boob, yell woohoo, would you have gone on a second date with him?
There's a lot of reasons that I wouldn't have gone out with Ronald to begin with. But if I got to a point where he was honking my boob and I didn't like it, I mean, I would have told him and we probably would have continued making out. I don't know.
If he said woohoo in the middle of, yeah, right.
That's an excited thing. It's not like he was disappointed.
Yeah, but he sounds like a Simpsons character.
You know, like you guys are making fun of it, but she was into it at the time. You know, she was moaning like. So yeah, I went for it.
Oh, wow.
That wasn't moaning. That was me trying to hold back my vomit.
Okay.
Whatever. You know you liked it.
Chemistry is
All
good
right.
here.
Well, Julia, I would love to ask you this question. Would you like to go out on a second date with Ronald? We will pay for it.
I'm going to go with no.
Oh,
No?
that's so weird.
Really? Maybe you grab your butt and get a Zoiks out of the whole deal.
Oh, gosh. Definitely not. I really don't want to feel like I'm on an episode of Mickey Mouse.
All right. Well, thank you for talking to us and being honest with us about your date. I appreciate that, Julia.
Sure, thank you.
You're welcome. And Ronald, I'm sorry, no second date for you.
That's all right. I can honk on somebody else.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Honk
Get
away,
after it
sir.
then, Ronnie.
Hello?
Hi, is this Kelly?
Yes, this is Kelly.
Hey, Kelly, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
it's
Jubal
okay.
from Brooke and It's a radio show?
No, not really.
Not really?
It is
No,
a radio show. I promise you, Kelly.
That part you don't have to disagree with.
Sorry, guys, I really don't know what's going on.
All right. Well, I'll explain it to you. A guy that you went out on a date with emailed us and asked if we could call you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, weird.
His name is Brian.
Brian?
Yeah.
Really? British Brian?
Yeah.
You can't forget British Brian.
Why is he emailing you guys?
Because he told us that you guys went out on a date and he really liked you. And he's only in town a little while longer and he wanted to see you again, but you're not responding to any of his phone calls or text messages.
And he had to call the radio station?
Apparently his friends thought it would be a good idea to get a hold of us to see if we could find out why you won't call him back.
That's really weird. Why would anybody do that?
Well, actually, a lot of people do it. We have a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, and that's exactly what it is. Brian's friends told him that it might be a good idea to have us call you and find out what went wrong.
That's not weird at all.
You mind telling us what it is then?
I mean, he was nice. We had a really good date. I just decided I just don't really want to see him again.
Is it because he lives in England?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Okay,
I can
what's-
understand that. I mean,
Yeah.
he said he comes to America a lot, but a long-distance relationship would be tough.
I mean, it's not so much the distance, but it's the other part about being from England.
What's the other
what
part?
other? Yeah, what other part?
The drinking,
The
What do you
drinking.
mean the drinking?
like all the movies I've seen, all the English guys go to the pub after work and just slam beer after beer and get crazy drunk. And that's not for me.
Wait. You're basing your opinion on someone based on movies you've seen?
It's not just movies. It's the TV shows. It's the news reports. It's like the whole English culture is pretty much how they do things.
Did he get drunk on your date?
No, he didn't get drunk on our date. He was probably just trying to be on his best behavior.
So you're telling me that you think that he gets hammered all the time, and that's why you don't want to call him back?
Absolutely. I know English guys. Like, I've seen everything. They go out to the bars after the pubs, and they get drunk with their guys, and they sing all the British songs, and they make up stuff, and I've seen it all.
Do you think that's kind of generalizing him being British a little bit?
No.
What are you saying? No, that's such a stereotype. That's like saying he should have bad teeth. Does he have bad teeth?
No, he doesn't have bad teeth, but I've seen English culture. I know.
Have you been to England? Have you ever visited England?
No, but I've seen plenty of TV shows.
All right, so
And
you're
soccer
convinced that if you were to date this dude,
my God.
he would just be getting drunk all the time.
Okay, you guys keep asking me the same question. I'm telling you, for me, that's not going to work for me. That's not my lifestyle. I don't want a guy that's going out to the pub every single day with his guys, getting drunk, arrested, phone calls from the police. That's not me. I'm not doing it.
He jumped. Well, phone calls from the police. He's getting arrested and getting drunk. Like, did he seem like he was that type of dude on your date?
He didn't seem that way, but I mean, he is English.
Did you ever, like, I don't know, ask him if that's what he does every night?
I didn't ask. I don't have to ask. I already know. I don't have to ask.
All right. Well, I'd like to ask him.
Well, go ahead. I don't care. Ask him.
Okay. Well, I'll ask him right now because, Kelly, he's actually on the other line listening to this phone call and wants to talk to you.
What do you mean he's on the phone?
I mean, he's listening in and wants to talk to you. Brian, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, good. You haven't gone to the pub yet. Nice.
No, not yet.
Oh, my gosh.
Hello, Kelly.
That was the best hello we've ever had.
What is this? Where have you learned these mythical things about English boys? What is going through that head of yours?
I know English culture, Brian. I've seen all the movies. I've seen everything. You guys like soccer. After every soccer game, it's a brawl. It's always fighting. Like, I don't want that kind of lifestyle. I'm sorry. Like, I just don't want to.
Have you ever been to a football match?
I've been to American football games. I know there's not like a ton and gang of people fighting after the game.
We don't have fights after the games. There's only the louts and the hooligans and stuff, and it's only like every so often. It's not like every game, is it? I don't even drink. I have a beer like once in a while. I don't even drink that much.
Whoa!
Oh, so just one beer. So one beer for breakfast, one beer for lunch, one beer in the evening, one beer for a nightcap.
I don't know. I don't know who you've been, what movies you've been watching, and what English blokes have been portrayed like this. But it's not me. It's not me, love.
Brian, you were really a good guy. I appreciate you staying sober on a date for me. It was really nice, but I don't want you to change who you are for me at all.
You don't know who I am.
Just be who you are.
Listen, I don't. Where are you getting all of this from? This is infuriating. I mean, that's like me saying that that all Americans like to get out there on their horses and hunt them some pigs and eat them some cheeseburgers. No, it's not. It's not all the same, is it? I mean,
well, I do have to say, a lot of us Americans like getting on our horses and hunting pigs and eating burgers. So you might have got it right there, Brian.
Well, howdy.
This is getting really ridiculous. Are we done here?
No, Kelly, we're not done yet. I do have a question for you. Would you like to go on a second date with Brian? We will pay for it. One more date before he leaves to go back to London.
It's just a culture of thinking. I don't really think I fit in with his ways.
Oh my God, Kelly, you are missing out on a good guy because of your ignorant stereotype that you have. You have to drop it.
I don't think my stereotypes are ignorant or stupid at all. Like, what do you know about my stereotypes? That's why they're my stereotypes. That's how I feel. And I don't want to go out with him.
All right.
So that's my prerogative.
Whoa!
I'm not that guy, Kelly. Give me a chance at least to prove to you that I'm not the, football shorts hooligan that goes out and sings all the loud songs and smashes windows and cuts people from cheek to cheek. Like, I'm not one of those, I'm not one of those guys. I'm not.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't even know you did all that. So that right there scares me.
Oh my God.
He wasn't admitting to doing it. He was
God,
saying
Kelly.
he doesn't do those things.
Killing me.
Kelly,
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to, just pop this phone call on you. And thank you for being honest with us at least.
I appreciate it, guys, but I really don't want to talk to him anymore.
Okay, that's fine.
Wow.
Have a good one, Kelly.
Goodbye.
All right, see ya.
Oh man!
Hey, Brian,
Wow.
Yeah.
welcome to America, buddy.
Yeah.
Hello,
Hi, is this Andrea?
this is.
Andrea, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Oh, hi.
Hi, what was that sound you made?
That was her surprise sound, I think.
Almost like a hiccup.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the hiccups?
No, that was just my surprise sound.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Any idea why we're calling you?
I hope I won something.
No, you don't listen to the show very much. We never call people to give them anything.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, you don't listen to the show very much, do you? The reason why we're calling is because somebody emailed us about you for a second date.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you could be winning another date. I don't know.
Oh, boy.
You've been on many dates recently?
Sounds like she's been on many bad dates recently with the oh boy answer.
I have been on a date, like, recently.
And how did it go?
It wasn't the best.
Okay.
I think we're talking about the same
Yeah, I
date.
think we might be talking about the same guy. His name's Neil.
Yeah. That's his name.
The one. And Neil, not a Kevin Hart fan, is he?
No, it's not Kevin Hart fan. What can I say? It was just not the best matchup there on the online dating.
Was it the Kevin Hart argument? Or, I mean, not necessarily that he didn't like Kevin Hart, but the fact that he wouldn't let it go?
No. That had really, I mean, that was sort of uncalled for, but it was not the thing.
Oh, really?
No. The biggest thing was that he just didn't really look like his profile picture.
Oh, he told us that too. He told us
forgot
that.
about
He
that
did
part.
tell us that. He said that he used to have a goatee. By the way, props to you for giving a guy with a goatee a shot. But he had it shaved by the time he met you.
He looked about 15 or 20 years younger in his profile picture than he did when we met.
Did you say 15 or 20?
Years?
At least. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it was like, it must have been just a really, really old picture because I mean...
So what were you thinking when you saw him and he was so much older? Were you like, oh man, this guy might break a hip while we're at this concert?
Yeah, no. It was, I mean, it was a little shock. I mean, he wasn't like crotchety or anything, but...
How old do you think he is?
Well, I'm not exactly sure, but he did give me a hint when he spilled his beer on me.
What?
How was it Parkinson's setting in or something? I mean, how did he give you a hint that he was
Who are you?
old?
That's so messed up, Jubal.
I mean, I just couldn't confuse how that would be a hint.
What did he do?
The cover band was playing, like, you know, kind of a wide range of music, and all of a sudden they start playing Huey Lewis and the News, and he just jumps up and down, like, I mean, his beer goes everywhere. He's like, I haven't heard this since college. And I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't even born. Oh my God.
Since college.
Yes. I mean, isn't that the 80s? That's the 80s.
I think so.
I don't know.
So how old is
I can't
he?
even think of what that song would be.
Do you know what song it was?
It was like, Hip to Be Square.
Oh my God, that's
All right.
super old.
Something like that. Oh my God.
I don't even
You
know
guys can
that.
talk more about it. I'm going to Google it real quick to see when that song came out.
Yeah.
So if you had to give him a number, how old do you think he is?
Actually, you know what, Andrea? Let's just ask him because he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yep.
Neil?
Hey,
Neil!
hey, Andrea, when's the last time you looked at your profile picture?
Whoa!
Whoa.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, what is that?
Dang.
Neil!
Holy crap.
I mean, have you looked at your profile picture? I was assuming I was meeting someone around my age.
Oh!
At least it was taken in this decade. You couldn't say that for yours. That's the 90s. It's in the 90s.
Oh!
Oh my God, you're making me sound like I'm B. Arthur or something like that.
Who's B. Arthur?
Arthur.
I'm just saying.
I think she was a golden girl.
B. Arthur was a golden girl?
I think so.
Andrea, how do you not know who B. Arthur is? Golden Girl? Oh my God.
What's a
Her
golden
comedic
girl?
timing is unbelievable.
Okay.
She is funny now that I know who she is.
Neil, I'm starting to believe Andrea now that you're older than you say you are.
Listen, I'm a few years older than her. I'll give you that. But it's not like she was, 19 years old over there. I mean, come on now.
Wait, so now you're saying that it's okay that you lied about your age because she looks old?
I didn't lie. It just didn't come up until, a good Huey Lewis song came on and I got a little excited. But I mean,
You got to tell people how old you are before you meet them, or at least use a recent picture, man. I mean, come on.
you know what? I'm only a few years older than you, so let's not
You
get
are
carried
at
away.
least 15 years older than me, man.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I'll
I'm
tell you
not
what. You know what?
surprised you don't understand the comedy of Kevin Hart. It is not of your generation.
Oh,
maybe-
there it is.
That's actually a good point.
You know what?
There it is.
Why don't we go on another date and we can get our profile picture taken at the same time? How about
Oh, my God.
Neil, how old are you? It is killing me. Will you please tell me how old you are?
Well, why would I tell you anything about how old I am?
Because we're trying to see if Andrea is right or not about your age.
Yeah, but listen, I'm in shape. I'm healthy. I make a good living. Then
Then if you're so in
You like
shape,
Richard Pryor more than Kevin Hart?
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
good.
Yeah, that's
sort
true.
of says it.
You did make a Rolling Stones reference when we first talked to you.
I remember that.
And then you talked about older comedians. And I went on Wikipedia while you guys were talking. Hip to Be Square, that Huey Lewis song, 1986.
What? You were in college in 1986, Neil?
Oh, man.
Hey, you know what? You guys are killing me with this age thing. You know what? Let me tell you something. Age is just a number.
Yeah, a number that you have to be honest about.
Listen, by the way, that was a younger reference. You guys are making fun of me because of that, but that was R. Kelly.
Yeah, not necessarily a younger reference still,
Yeah,
Neil.
that's still pretty old.
Are you kidding me? No one in that room knows the reference? R. Kelly? I mean, you're in the music business. He's the guy who peed on people. How did you not know that?
We know who R. Kelly is.
Yeah.
He just hasn't really been relevant for a few years.
For a decade.
Next thing you know, I'm going to end up at a Green Day concert. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Green Day.
What are you doing, dude? Oh my God! Change your profile picture and stop trying to get younger women, Neil.
Hey, when's the last time you looked at your website? I mean, hello, Airbrush City over there.
All right. Neil, I'm just going to put you out of your misery. Misery, that was an old movie you probably remember.
Kathy Bates.
Yeah,
Right?
Kathy Bates was in that, Neil. Andrea, would you like to go out with Neil on a second date? We will pay for it.
If I wanted to date my grandfather's best friend, I would say yes, but no.
Oh.
And good luck with your Social Security, Mr. Neal.
This is crazy. You know what I mean? You meet a nice guy, maybe he's got a couple years on you, shows you to a nice time, and you're blowing him off over an age. You know what? That's the problem with the kids today. They're always on the computers and everything.
Thank you for confirming everything for us, Neil. Appreciate it.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Nick, please?
Yeah, this is Nick.
Nick, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
No way.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Nick?
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. I don't know why else we'd be on the phone and I'd be claiming to be Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, a radio show. Like,
You sound like you.
that'd be a weird call to get if it wasn't for real.
I mean, are you guys calling to do like a second date or something like that?
Yes.
How did you
Actually,
know?
we are.
Is by any chance the person who had you call is a girl named Ginger?
What?
Dude.
Nick, what are you?
Yes, it is.
Was
Nick.
this like, what is happening?
This is good. Okay, so she actually said that she'd do this if I didn't call her back.
Really?
She's a huge fan of your show. And she said it like I thought she was joking. She's like, if you don't call me, I'm gonna put you on second date.
Oh, no way. All right, well,
Was
you
it-
didn't call it. Is this just a test in? You didn't call her to see if she'd actually follow through? Because she did.
Not exactly. It's a little bit more complex than that, but I don't know. I just didn't think that we necessarily had that much potential for the future. Because
Wait, hold up. Why didn't you have potential? You know how these go. We have to figure that out.
this is gonna sound a bit bizarre, but she's kind of obsessed with you guys.
What?
And well, okay, so we got pizza. We were watching Netflix. I don't know. She probably meant it's kind of funny. My roommate had a girl over, so we ended up in the back of my car.
Yeah, she told us all of that.
Okay, all right.
She also told us that she defines hooking up as making out. I thought that was weird.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I think
Anyway,
a lot of people define it that
she
way.
says you guys made out in the back of the car, and then you invited her upstairs, but she said no thanks, and that was the end of the night.
I feel like this is so strange, but she really seems to be like she could not stop talking about you, Jubal. She was like, he's so funny, and like he always knows the right thing to say, and when I'm in a weird mood, like I'd love to meet a guy like that. There's just never an awkward silence. He just knows exactly what to say, and like
Ooh.
There's
makes me
never
laugh.
awkwardness. Are
There's
you
always
sure she's
awkward,
talking
yeah.
about the same Jubal that is in this room right now?
That's what makes him funny, though.
I promise you.
Really?
Little Brooke, yeah.
So should I be scared?
Dude, she stalks you on your Insta.
Oh, nice.
So again, should I be scared?
Well, I mean, maybe you like that kind of thing.
Not really. I prefer people to kind of not like me.
You guys, I think-
more. Makes it feel better.
I think you aren't she's just a fan. Like, she just likes listening to the show. The Instagram is public so that people can look at it. Like, that's the whole point.
I've met girls the same thing where I'm even trying to be on a date and they ask questions about Jubal all the time. What's he look like? What's he about? He's so funny. And I'm like,
I can give you a
fan.
mask to wear next time.
Thank you. That
Yeah,
would actually
no
help, bro.
But, like,
So is
back to
Nick,
the-
is that the reason you're not wanting to call her back? Because She was like obsessed with the show or whatever?
Obsessed with you. And she had this kind of glazed up. She looked out the window, wasn't really even like looking at me, like as if she was like, oh man, like kind of felt like she wished I was Jubal. And I was like, I'm a little.
I can give you a mask too, Nick. I can give everybody masks, I guess.
Maybe you can learn some of his voices.
Yeah.
You know what? I just want to let Jubal be Jubal and I'll be me. And I think there's probably someone out there who might be right for me. And I might have just met the girl who's right for Jubal. I don't know.
There it is. So, is this a second date for Jubal or is it a second date for you? I'm so confused.
What is this?
Well, let's find out. And I'm scared to do this now.
I can hear it in your voice.
Nick, Ginger is actually on the other line and wants to talk to you. I think you.
Hi.
Oh, poor Ginger. You're embarrassed, aren't you?
I am. Like, it's not. It wasn't like that. I wasn't talking about it that much. I mean, like, everyone knows Jubal's hilarious, right?
Not everybody. I don't. Not everybody does.
Stop being so modest, cutie pants.
Cutie pants?
Oh my God.
Oh my God,
That
that's
is
my
the
new
first, I
nickname.
think.
I mean, he does have nice jeans.
Why can't we be Brooke in Cutie Pants in the morning?
I would like that a lot, I think.
Awesome.
What's up with the CP?
So, Ginger, do you want to go out with Nick? I'm confused now.
Yeah.
I mean, I did, but he wasn't responding. But now I'm on the phone with you, so we can just talk.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ginger.
really?
Ginger, I have a girlfriend, so I'm good there.
But like, you know, if there comes a time when you don't, like, I'm around.
Okay.
Ginger, don't do this. It looks desperate.
Brooke, I've heard what you have to say. Don't worry, I can handle myself.
I don't know if I can handle myself.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
So, Nick, are you still on the phone?
Yep. Oh, I'm not missing this.
He's like
Confusing. I
just
don't
in
know
the
what to do with
bleachers.
this now.
So, Jubal, I mean, I followed you on Insta for a while. Your girlfriends don't seem to last that long, so I don't. This one's not going to be around for a long time, right?
No.
That's messed up.
Ginger, I will agree with you. Previous girlfriends, yeah, it was a lot of turnover there, but this one is going to be around for a long time. I think so.
I think I've heard you say that before.
You might have, but I was lying then. I'm not lying now.
Yes.
I'm telling the truth now,
It
Ginger.
is hard to believe you at that.
I mean, it sounds like Jose is also there in the background, and I mean, I love his laugh. It's so infectious.
Wait, hold
So-
up, Ginger.
No,
Are
you're
you
not.
just going to the backup plan already?
You want to go out with Jose?
I didn't say backup. These are my morning men. I listen every morning. Like,
Morning
Oh
men.
my God.
So wait, if I say no, are you gonna go for Brooke now?
You're not gonna say no, Jose.
I probably would.
Yeah, you should just hit Jose up. That is probably a pretty sure thing.
are you guys serious? Is there like a chance?
Well, it depends.
It depends.
You DM me on Instagram.
Ginger,
I'll
are you
answer.
a female and do you have a pulse?
You're gonna have to say yes to those things.
Those are my
Well,
standards,
then there
so-
you go. You should hit Jose up.
God.
Amazing.
I mean, it's funny, but in all honesty, you were here for Jubal, and you were open about that. I don't think I'm down with all that, like being the backup plan.
Not in public, but hit him up in his DMs.
Yeah, right?
Oh, so sad.
Wouldn't be the first
I
time.
have some kind of morals, kind of.
But thank you for listening, Ginger. Seriously, appreciate it.
Always.
Yeah. And I should probably ask this question too. Nick, would you like to go out with Ginger on a second date? We'll pay for it.
Yeah, that's a no.
Oh, yeah, why
That's
didn't
a no.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. We can tell the story to everyone of how we were on the radio together and that, so we worked things out.
Wait, Ginger,
Wait,
you're
so
still
now
like
you're-
considering a date with
You'll
Nick?
go out with Nick now? You're still down to go out with Nick?
I've been trying to go out with Nick from the beginning.
Oh my God.
Okay,
it's a full
so-
This is confusing.
Ginger will go out with anybody.
I don't see what the big deal is. It's just going out. It's not like all three of us are getting married.
But
Oh my
how did all
God.
three of us now become involved in this?
That is her new
We're on the
fantasy.
show together, huh?
Yeah.
Her tone
On
is
the
kinda
show,
creeping me
huh?
out, man.
Nick, you have anything to say?
Yeah, I don't think what is this, third or fiddle at this point is gonna work for me. It just does, to my.
You started as first fiddle. You could have just texted me back.
Yeah, you were first fiddle.
Oh, that's a good
Then I
point.
was second fiddle. Jose was technically third fiddle. Now you're first fiddle, but like reheated.
Yeah, there you
I don't
go.
even know how you heat up a fiddle, but you know what I mean. Like,
Man, I don't know about all these fiddles. I'm just worried that Ginger's going to be in our parking garage tomorrow morning.
No.
Look, you know I love you, but you need to shut up.
Yeah, I'm blocking her. I'm sorry,
Ginger, I'm sorry you didn't get a date with anybody
Oh,
right
Oh,
now,
Ginger.
but I'm sure we can find you
Yeah.
someone to go out with.
Good. Open up the text phone, 78592. I know it.
Text in 78592. Is anybody willing to go out with Ginger?
Oh, man.
Oh my God, it's so amazing.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Dylan, please?
this is him.
Dylan, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
In the morning, where?
No,
It's a good question.
it's a radio show, and that is the name of the show. It's called Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Oh,
Hey,
In
Dylan.
the morning where?
what are you guys doing?
Dude, not much, just hanging out. You mean doing, or why are we calling you?
Yeah, why? What's going on?
Okay. I'm calling you today because we do a segment on our show. It's called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we got an email from somebody that you went on a date with recently.
Wait, what? Somebody emailed you about me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lainey. Her name's Lainey.
Oh,
Yeah, Lainey emailed us because she told us about your date. Okay.
yeah.
All right. So she told us she went out with you. She said she really wanted to see you again, but now you're not answering any of her phone calls or text messages. So she's confused and she's wondering why you don't want to see her again.
She's wondering why. Wow.
Yes. Should she know why?
I mean, I don't know how much you know.
I'll tell you what we know. She said you guys met up for happy hour. You drank a bunch, ended up talking about your coworkers and then getting onto the subject of exes. You talked a bunch about how terrible your ex was. Then she asked you if you wanted to go back to her place to take some pictures to make your ex jealous, and you declined.
She told you almost everything?
If that's almost everything, yeah, she told us that.
Yeah.
I just can't believe she put that out there.
Are you mad about that?
I mean, it's weird. I never got a phone call like this before.
Right.
I could understand that.
Yeah.
You said almost everything. Is she leaving something out?
Totally leaving things out.
Really?
Okay, like what?
We had a good time in the beginning, and she was all right, and
She was all right.
it was the middle of the week, too. I mean, we definitely had no business hammering shots at a bar on a freaking Wednesday.
But it sounds like you guys had a lot to bond over. You both had crappy days at work, she said, really stressed out.
Yeah, I had a particularly bad day, and I guess she did, too, and we kind of bonded over having the same work environment, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
We heard.
Then the topic of exes come up, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go there, but we were kind of like bouncing back and forth between, you know, what her exes did and what mine did and things like that. So
In her description, it didn't sound like you guys were bouncing. It sounded like you guys were concentrating on you getting over your cheating ex and that you talked about her a lot.
I mean, I guess I probably threw out a lot more info about mine than her ex, but I mean, you know, I was drunk too. It's hard to remember the details.
Right.
So I don't know. Like I said, she was kind of supportive, I guess you could say, and it just got to a point where she kind of crossed the line in the course of the date, and I'm like, ugh,
Was
I
it-
kind of got turned off.
Was it suggesting to go take pictures of you two together at your place to make your ex jealous?
Yeah, that was part of it. I mean, she wanted to do like, you know, half naked photos and stuff like that. Like she wanted to go that route. And I'm like, I really don't trust myself to be doing that, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Okay.
She told us that, which is a cool. I mean, it's a good move to be like, yeah. I mean, that's nice.
Yeah. And then she's like, oh, you know, what's your ex's number? And give me all her info. I want her address too. And
Was she joking? I mean, that had to be a joke, right? Like, oh, I'll take care of it for you.
yeah, I thought she was joking. I'm like, I was laughing with her. I go, what are you going to, like burn her house down? Like, why do you need her address? And she just keeps kind of prodding for it. She goes, yeah, give me the information. Just, you know, I got a couple ideas. And, you
What?
know,
What?
Like, she kept going?
yeah, so at that point, I'm getting real weird vibes from this date. I'm like, I got to end this now because she's not joking. This is going in places I don't want it to go.
Yeah.
Right.
Soon you're going to be an accomplice to murder.
That was it, man. I was done right there.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
that's understandable.
it's good that you were done there probably, but you're not done here because guess what? Lainey is actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Lainey,
Sorry.
you there?
Hi. Hey, Dylan.
No. Come on, guys.
No, that's Lainey.
I'm sorry, but your ex needs a wake-up call. Like, that's all I was trying to do.
A wake-up call. What kind of wake-up call are you talking about, Lainey?
She needs to know that her behavior is not okay. Girls like her ruin good guys like Dylan for girls like me.
What are you going to do, though? I don't understand. Isn't the wake-up call that they broke up? Like, that's usually the wake-up call.
It doesn't matter. Like, I'll handle it.
You don't need to look, I learned my lesson with her.
It doesn't matter. Dylan, you're a good guy. Like, that's why I want to do this.
Do what, though? Do what, Lainey?
If you don't have the to do it, I have them. I will tell her that this is not okay.
No.
I'm
Do
scared.
what? I don't understand what you're doing. You want her address? What are you going to do?
Everyone needs to, like, stop asking me what I'm going to do, all right? I'm not going to tell you guys on the radio, all right? I'm just going to do it.
Do what, though? Come on,
Lainey.
Lainey. Now I'm.
No.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'm saying no. Okay? Lady, the best revenge is always to just be happy in your next phase of life. That is literally the only revenge anyone ever needs.
Look, I will be happy after I do what I need to do to her.
What? She didn't even do anything to you.
Okay. Dylan, are you still there?
Dude, do you guys hear what she's saying? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't.
This is crazy.
Did you give Lainey the information for your ex at all?
No, I didn't give her the information. Listen to her.
I mean, Dylan, I don't understand why you are so against this. Like, are you still in love with her? I mean, you were crying your eyes out, complaining how bad she treated you. And here I am, like, here to defend you. And you're acting like a little baby now. Like, are you still in love with her? You want to get back together with her? You want her to just put you down and cheat on you over and over again?
No. I was on the date with you that night, and we got onto some topics. Now I feel like I was on the date with a hitman. I mean, I don't know what this is about.
But, like, you gave me that information. Like, what else am I supposed to do with it?
Just chill, probably.
Yeah. Just say that's too bad. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
That's not who I am. Not like how I roll. All I want to do is have a civilized conversation, woman to woman.
No, that's psycho.
Doesn't sound like that.
Yeah.
I feel like in one hand you're holding your phone, the other hand you're screwing a silencer on a bolt-action rifle.
Sounds like a great woman to go on a date with me. Dylan, would you like to go on a second date with Lainey? We'll pay for it.
She'll always have your
Yeah,
back.
she will have your back for sure.
Dylan, before you answer, really think carefully.
Oh my God, is that a threat?
I think
No, I'm not going to end up in the trunk of a car.
So is that a yes then? Because I think that means you should say yes, or you might end up in the trunk of a car.
I'm not going on another date with her. Now I'm actually scared, all right?
Yeah, Lainey, I don't blame him, Lainey.
I mean, whatever. You know, if that's how he wants to live his life, he wants to be a pushover, let people walk all over him. He's going to find another girl who's going to do the same thing to him, cheat on him, and put him down.
Yeah.
You know, I would always have his back, but if he doesn't want that, you know, good riddance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good riddance.
That's it.
Dylan, good luck finding someone just to have brunch with or whatever. Lainey would actually kill for you.
Hello,
Hi, it's Vanessa there.
this is she.
Hey, Vanessa, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the
don't-
Morning. It's a radio show.
You're on the radio?
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and just gonna guess that you haven't heard of the show before.
It's a show? Like, the
Yes.
show is called Jubal?
Yes, it's a radio show.
Is this like a country show? Is it like, do you guys talk about stuff? What's the...
No,
What?
it's not. It's not. It's just. I mean, it's just a regular morning radio show. We do all kinds of wacky prank phone calls and things like that. You know.
Are you pranking me?
No, I'm not pranking you right now. I do want to talk to you about something though, if you have a moment.
Okay, I guess depending on what it is.
Well, the other day, one of our listeners emailed us about you.
About me.
Yes.
Go on.
His name is Ben, and you guys went out on.
Nope, I'm not interested.
Wow, that was
If you
quick.
have his contact information, just let him to know to stop calling me.
All right. Well, hold up, though. You didn't even let me finish what I was gonna say.
I don't need to let you finish.
What?
The answer is no. I don't know why he's contacting you to contact me. Is that what's going on?
You don't even want to know. You don't even want to know why Ben would send us an email about you.
I know why Ben is emailing you. He wants to go out with me again. He has made that very clear.
You may
Yes,
want
he
to
does.
hear what he has to say because Ben said some things that you did that weren't super awesome.
I'm sure I know exactly what he said.
All right. Well,
It was not a good night. Ben was not a great guy. You know, to be honest, I thought he was. At first, my friend really talked him up, and it's a no. It's just going to be a no.
Can I ask you a question about the date? Is that possible
Yeah.
without you getting
Sure.
mad at me? Okay. He said that when you guys went out, everything went fine. Like you guys were getting along, and then you started just raging about the waitress, and you got so angry that you ended the day by storming off to your car and haven't talked to him again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So, but from talking to you, it sounds like you were angry with him.
Yeah. Ben did not pass the test, and that's no more dates for him.
What's the test? Wait, what test?
To be honest, I am very attractive. I'm sure Ben made that clear to you. I am a very attractive person, and I'm not being haughty about it. I'm just being real. I'm generally attractive to most people.
Okay.
All right.
It's
Hey,
very humble.
confidence is a good thing.
Yeah, very humble too.
Yeah, no, of course. But I'm aware of that, and I'm not a shallow person. Obviously, I mean, Ben is attractive enough, but he's not. I'm more attractive than Ben is, not to be mean.
Okay.
But a lot of times, I have to deal with people who only want to date me because I'm attractive. So I set up a test process so that I can weed out the bad ones.
That's
What was the
actually
test?
kind of genius. Like I don't understand it because I'm not that hot.
Thank you.
But
Oh, I'm sure you're very hot.
What was the test?
When I date guys, the first date is like when you find out what they're made of inside, like what kind of guy they actually are, not just looks, not what they're based on. And a lot of guys will just want to date me because I'm hot. So
Right.
I make it so I kind of provoke them to call me out on my shit. So
So that's why whenever I go out on a first date, I choose the restaurant. So the waitress is my friend, and so I wasn't being unfair to her, but I act unfairly. I call out little micro things like the water being messed up or not tall enough or quarter inch from the top. Like I've told him that I've waitressed before and that she is a waitress. And I just like badger the waitress. And if he isn't willing to call me out and tell me that I'm being a jerk, then I don't want to be with somebody who would just agree with me because they're like, well, she's hot. Screw it if she's a mean, horrible person.
This is the most, I mean, at first I thought you were super vain, but now I just think you're an evil genius.
Genius! I was in the restaurant industry for years. This never happens.
Oh, it's happened. You just don't know about it. I'm not the only girl doing this.
Wow.
Dude, I
So the
love
waitress
it.
was your friend?
Yeah. She knows all about this.
And he just went along with the whole thing.
Yeah, he just kind of like shrugged and was like, oh yeah, like we'll get another menu. And like, oh yeah, the water does seem weirdly small from the top. I'm like, that makes no sense.
Is it almost fun for you? Like, how far can I go before this guy actually stands up for what's right?
This is making me sound like I'm like an evil like sorceress who's like thinking of all these ways to do things, but it's not like that. I honestly want to find somebody of substance, like a partner who's willing to call me out. And, I've done this a dozen times. I mean, and out of all those, I've literally only gone on a second date with one guy.
Really?
And it's because he called me out. He was like, you're kind of being a jerk. And I was like, oh, round of applause for this one. Let's try this out.
Oh, my God.
One dude out of dozens actually call you out for being an a-hole because everybody else just wanted to date you because you're hot.
I'm glad that you're impressed by all this, but are we done with this phone call?
We are almost done. I just have one more thing I need to say to you.
Okay, what else do you want to know? I feel like I've told you everything.
Oh, I don't want to know anything. I just want to let you know that Ben is actually on the other line listening to this conversation and really wants to talk to you.
Are you serious?
Yes. Ben, you there? Or did you run away?
No, I'm definitely here. Vanessa, that's pretty what you did back at the restaurant. And look, I'm going to call you out now because apparently you like that kind of thing. And I didn't call you out back then because I'm trying to be a nice guy. And this is the first freaking date that I have been on with you. I'm not going to, cause drama immediately. I get to know somebody
That's not
first.
drama.
I'm trying to get
It's
to
not
know
drama
you.
to call somebody out on being mean. You could have easily just been like, nope, that's the water isn't weird. Do you have a problem with this waitress? You could have literally said anything instead of just being a little, oh, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's kitty. That was you. That's what it felt like being on a date with you, Ben.
You get to know somebody first. And then once you get to know somebody, then you can call them out for all their So I'm just trying to get to know who you are, and you're
okay. But you called no. You called a radio station to try and get a second date with me, even though I was an asshole. So, if I wasn't attractive, would you want a second date? If I didn't look like this, would you want a second date? That's a no, isn't it? Okay. Well, in case in point.
I mean, Ben, you've got to be honest. You didn't say one thing about her other than how hot she was. I honestly don't know anything about Vanessa.
Why are you giving her more ammunition? She doesn't know that. Look, everybody is attracted initially by beauty. That's just the way it works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that you're a terrible person, but you're not the right person for me. I'm looking for somebody who is willing to call me out, willing to communicate with me if I'm being irrational about something. I don't want you to just be like, oh, pacify it, it's fine, I can have sex with her later. It's great, it'll be worth it.
I don't really know what to do. Look, I feel like I've been scammed, okay? Like one of those scams over the internet where you lose all your money and you don't really know what happened. And I feel like you didn't give me a fair date, and I deserve a fair date. Everyone does. And so, that's all I'm asking. I'm only asking for just a fair date, somebody that's open and honest and not playing tricks.
Hey, Vanessa, would you like to go out with Ben one more time? We will pay for a second date.
I want to give him a round of applause for that wonderful speech he just gave, but no.
Oh, my God.
Man.
You are brutal.
You made a point.
Well, you know what? Look, okay, that kind of steals the deal for me because if you're going to be an asshole like that, I wouldn't want to date an asshole anyway.
Oh, now he doesn't want to date an asshole.
Ben, if you would have done that on our first date, maybe we'd be going on a second date now. You would have had to call a radio station to get in touch with me.
This is bullshit, man.
Well, Ben, I'm sorry you did not get a second date.
Look, I can't win. If I called her out and didn't like who she was, then she would like me. And if I didn't and wanted to get to know her more, then she won't like me.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess on your next date, just as soon as you start going out, just call him out on everything.
Hello?
Hi, is this Jessica?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Jessica, how are you? My name is Jubal, and I host a morning radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay. Why are you calling?
Well, I'm calling you today because one of our listeners actually sent us an email about you, and he wanted us to get a hold of you.
That's weird, but okay.
His name is Joe, You might know him as Roger Steele.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Joe emailed us because, he said that he really liked meeting you that night at the bachelorette party you were at. And he's wondering why you're...
God.
I know. I'd be freaking out if I were you right now.
He's wondering why you're not calling him back. He says he's tried to get a hold of you a few times and has heard nothing.
Oh my God, he called you guys?
Yeah, he sent us an email and asked if we could get a hold of you since you aren't answering his phone calls.
That is so weird. Why would he call you?
Well, it's a regular segment that we do on our show. It's called The Second Date. So Joe just wanted us to ask you the question. Why aren't you calling him back?
Wait, what did he tell you?
He just said that
What did he say?
He said he met you while he was working at a bachelorette party, and you guys talked for a while and hung out, and he was hoping he would see you again.
That's all he said?
Yeah, pretty much.
And he added that he really, really liked you a lot.
So is there a reason that you don't want to call him back?
No, I mean, it was just a crazy night, and I got caught up in things, and that's that. Like, I'm good. I don't need to. I don't need to remember that. That's fine.
You don't need to date a stripper, is what you're saying. Is what I'm hearing.
No. It's not because of what he does. It's just, look, it was just a really crazy night, and things got out of control, and I got caught up in like the whole bachelor party spirit, and yay, my friend's getting married, and I did stuff that I just never ever do, and I'm good. I don't want to discuss it.
Well, he told us that you guys didn't hook up or anything. Yeah. He said you guys kissed and kind of messed around and did some other things.
Yeah.
Was it fun? Was it not fun? Like, I
don't do that on a normal day, and I am embarrassed, and I don't want to rehash it.
Like, you don't want to call him back because you kissed him the first night you met him?
No, that's not it. But
well, can you tell me what it is so I can at least just tell him?
I just got caught up in stuff, and I'm very embarrassed, and
what do you...
I'd rather not.
Why are you embarrassed? There's nothing to be embarrassed of. I mean, I've made out with a couple strippers in my life. It's fine. It's fun, I did stuff that I don't normally do, and I don't want to say what it was. I was raised better than that, and look, I'm not telling, and I'm taking this to my grave. Like, what? I can't.
Jessica, are you seriously not calling me back for tossing my...
What? Did I just hear that?
What did you just say? Oh, my God.
Holy crap.
Who was that?
That's Joe. Joe's actually on the other line listening and wanted to talk to you.
Oh, my God.
Not going to the grave anymore.
Why would you say that on the radio? What is the matter with you?
Well,
oh, my
sorry
God.
for butting in, but I thought it was cool.
I bet you did, bro.
I think a lot of...
Wait, don't be embarrassed about it. It's okay. Like...
Oh, my God. You're on the radio announcing it to the world. Are you serious?
Well, not the whole world. We don't have that many listeners, Jessica. I wouldn't worry about it. Well, now that it's out there, now that the salad's out of the bag, so to speak.
Stop it.
Is that why you're not calling? Is that why you're not calling him back? Because that happened?
So embarrassing. I was raised better than that.
I am mortified for you.
Well, no, it was more than that. Most girls don't do that.
I know.
I know. You were like so uninhibited and free. I mean, it was a turn on for me.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What? You shouldn't be embarrassed about it.
Are you serious? Not only did that happen, then you go and announce it on the radio. So even if I wasn't embarrassed, I would be now.
Well, honestly, I thought you had something. It's one of the reasons why, you turned me on. Like, that's one of the reasons why I like you.
Oh my God.
It's the key to Joe's heart, apparently. Yeah. Look, Jessica.
You're so gross.
Jessica, nobody knows your name. You're it's a very common name. Nobody knows who you are. I'm sure it is embarrassing to have that news put out there, though.
It was her idea.
Oh my God.
Joe, do you not know privacy? Like, there's just some things that you don't share. Like, you shouldn't even be telling your friends those details, let alone us.
You know what? This is what's wrong with America. People are so uptight in America with sexuality. In Europe, this would be no problem. Everybody.
Oh my God, move to Europe then. We don't need you here.
I think I want to move to Europe now if that's just happening left and right.
Oh, I feel so bad for you, Jessica.
Jessica.
Oh, girl.
Okay, so you did something that you regret. We don't have to recap what it was again. Is that the only reason you're not calling him back? I mean, did you think he was a cool guy?
I was drunk. I obviously thought he was a cool guy, but now, I mean, sober, better judgment. Oh my God.
You are quite the giver. You really are.
Oh my God.
Jessica, we had a strong connection. It's worth doing this again.
Gosh.
I was drunk.
We're humans. We have urges, and we let our urges take control that night. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. We can try so many different things. That's just the beginning.
Oh my God, you're not funny.
I don't think he's
I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm trying to explain to you that it's okay to use your body like that. Like, you're a sexy person. I'm a sexy person. We can make this work.
All right, well, then let me ask you, Jessica, would you like to go out with Joe?
Oh,
we will pay for a second date.
Please say yes.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
There is
No.
no way in hell.
Oh no.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's not a formal date. Let's just grab coffee. Let's start there.
Coffee, anything, Jessica?
No, I'm good.
No?
Yeah.
All you can eat salad bar?
Okay, that's enough. Jubal. She
Tear it
gets
up there.
it.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Tracy?
this is Tracy.
Hey, Tracy, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Tracy.
How are you?
Good.
Have you heard the show before?
I've heard of the show. I can't say that I really listened to the show. When are you guys on?
Well, the show's called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'll let you draw your own conclusion there.
Get it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. So, in the morning.
Good morning.
And we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and they don't call you back, you can email us to get them on the phone and find out what happened. So we got an email about you.
Okay.
All right. It's from a dude named Sean.
Oh, yeah.
So why aren't you calling Sean back?
I don't really want to embarrass him on the radio.
What if I told you were an afternoon show? Would you be cool with it then? You better in the afternoon?
I don't know if I should say.
Did he do something embarrassing on the date?
Not embarrassing like in the way that you think. Oh my gosh, where do I start?
Because he has no idea.
How well do you know Sean?
He and I are great friends. We go back minutes. We don't know him that well. He emailed the show, and we talked to him about your date. He told us about it, and that's about as far as it goes. But he said it seemed like you guys had a really good time.
He also said that you guys only hung out an hour, so how well could you even know Sean?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So before I went on the date, I Googled him.
Okay.
So I knew who he was, and I knew that he was pretty well off.
Okay. So since that's out in the open, he did tell us that he tried to downplay how much money he has because he's trying to find someone that just likes him for him.
Right. He said he took his Beamer instead of the Maserati.
Well, so that wasn't really the problem. After I Googled him, I was a little bit excited, but I wasn't really expecting anything. But after being with him, he's so stingy.
Stingy?
Yes, about everything.
What do you mean?
Well, so for example, okay, when the bill came, he had an intense conversation, let's say that, with the waiter about the amount of the bill because he ordered a Caesar salad without croutons, but he was charged the full price.
Oh,
so
my
was it just-
God.
Okay. And all this is going on, and you know he's rich, but he doesn't know you know he's rich.
Right.
You guys, though, I'm going to come to his defense. I mean, wouldn't it be refreshing? Like, the last thing you want is to go out with a rich guy who flaunts it in your face all the time.
No, I'd love that.
What about going out with a cheap rich guy? That is that's a good thing.
There's a difference between frugal and stingy in my mind. That was kind of the whole mentality. It seemed like he just was nickeling and diming everything. And so, when we were leaving, the place that we went had valet parking, but he just, breezed right by it like he was walking down the street for the free parking. And I just thought, really? You didn't even valet your car?
I think that's smart.
Come on, you brought the Beamer.
I don't know. It felt stingy to me, the whole vibe.
Right. So not just
man, I
being
think you're
frugal, but
missing out.
arguing over croutons, it seems a little bit extreme.
Right.
Well, Tracy, you know what?
What?
Sean is actually on the phone and wants to talk to you.
What? He's on the phone?
Yeah. Unless he's out of free minutes, he might have hung up. I don't know. Sean, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Tracy, just to be clear, as far as like the croutons go, I ordered the salad. It was supposed to come with croutons. I didn't get croutons. And like, I'm just not okay with being told I'm going to get one thing and not get the other. So, I mean, maybe other people let it go, but like, that's how I was successful in business, by not letting people get away with things.
Don't get away with the croutons.
Yeah.
But croutons? I mean, you're going to argue about croutons? Like, it seems petty, is what it seems.
No, I mean, it's none of that. I mean, it's just being responsible. I ordered something, I didn't get it, and I shouldn't pay the full price for it.
Yeah.
But what about the valet parking? Like, there's parking right there. I mean, you know how parking is where we live. Like, why didn't you valet park your car? You had to walk a mile to get back. I mean, I can only imagine.
Well, I mean, I don't mind walking. It doesn't bother me. I'm in great shape. It's, like, fine by me. And as far as being stingy, I got you a ticket to go home and visit your family.
Whoa.
So, like, how stingy is that?
You did what?
Yeah, you might want to ease her in to that news, Sean.
Yeah. That was a bomb.
Tracy, when we were talking about how much you missed your family and how you hadn't been home in a while, I was thought to myself, wow, like, let me get you a ticket so you can go home and visit your family when you get a chance. So I don't really know how that's, like, stingy, as you call it.
Well, thank you, I think. Is it an economy ticket?
What?
What?
You are not asking that. What?
Do you want to go see your family or not? Like, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to prove a point. Is it an economy ticket?
That's true.
Are you? No, it's
You
not
think he
true.
should have
Okay,
bought you a
need to
first-class
slow it
ticket?
down.
Wait, he's rich.
What are you talking about?
Of course he should buy me a first-class ticket. I mean, that's the point I'm trying to make. If he's not stingy, then he would have bought me a first-class ticket. He has plenty of money. So, Sean, what is it?
Oh, my gosh.
It's not a first-class ticket.
And Tracy, no, you're missing the point. The point is you should be thankful for any ticket at all. And if you expect a first-class ticket, then you come off as a gold digger.
Exactly.
He is a billionaire. Obviously, you don't know much about him. He's a billionaire. So a first-class ticket to him is nothing.
Wow.
And so that's totally proving my point. His whole mentality is stingy, and I cannot be with someone who is stingy.
Well, would you like to go on a second date with somebody who's stingy? We'll pay for it.
Clearly, she wants someone else to pay for it.
Okay, so here's the deal. Sean, if you will upgrade that ticket and email it to me to first class, then I will go on a second date with you. You will have proved to me that you are not stingy.
Do not go
Sean.
out with her. Do not do it, Sean.
Are you going to upgrade that ticket to a first-class ticket so you can get a date with Tracy?
No, I think I'm going to cancel that ticket, actually.
Yeah, Tracy.
Oh, but there's charges. There's usually charges associated with that. I don't know if you can handle that, Sean.
I'm more than happy to pay for those charges.
Oh!
Wow. That's what I figured. I knew you couldn't handle it.
Oh!
You are so going to regret this, Tracy.
Oh, your
Sorry.
family misses
Like,
you.
Yeah, Tracy.
You're the worst gold digger ever. You don't even know, like, you had a chance with a billionaire. And oh, my God.
He's a billionaire that spends like $3 a day. No, thank you. He will die rich and alone.
Well, Sean, at least you found somebody who doesn't want you for your money.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Well, how about this, Sean? Text in 78592 if you have any interest on going out with Sean.
Oh, really? I bet
By the way, every single person is going to text in and want to go out with you, Sean. So we'll find you another date, all right?
Let's do it. Line them up.
Oh, wow.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Nico, please?
Speaking.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Nico.
Do you know what that is?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll tell you. Brook and Jubal in the Morning, it's a radio show.
Okay.
Okay? Not a lot phases you, it sounds like.
Yeah, he's not caring.
You calls from radio stations all the time?
No, I'm just confused.
Okay.
Maybe he just has the same emotional range that you have, Jubal.
Possible. Hey, Nico, I'm calling you today because we got an email about you from somebody that listens to our show.
Oh, well, what did it say?
Well, it said some very nice things. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone to try to figure out what happened. And you recently went out with a girl named Kayla.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Well, Kayla emailed us because she said that she thought the date went great, but now you're not calling her back, and she wants to know
She
why.
said the date went great.
Yeah. Yeah. Was she wrong about that?
I just can't believe she remembers the date. She was on the phone the whole time.
What?
She was on her phone the whole time, you said?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, the whole date. She wasn't calling anybody, but she was, like,
texting, I assume.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't just like looking; it was like typing constantly. I mean, I don't know if she was texting like a different guy or setting up like a date after mine or what, but it was distracting. Couldn't get a conversation in at all. It was rude.
All right.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to her about your date. She said that she actually had a great time and thought it was one of the best dates she's had.
That's impossible. I mean, she was. I mean, like the whole time she was typing. It was so weird. I think the weirdest part. So I thought, like, okay, well, this was a bust. She must have seen me, wasn't into me, doing something else. But then walking back to the car, she just like, I mean, out of nowhere, just kissed me.
Oh, she kissed you.
She kissed me.
What did you think about that?
I was shocked.
I'm shocked.
Like, I wasn't even going to go for a kiss or even a hug. I thought this was going to be like a peace, whatever. And all of a sudden she just like lunges at me, and I'm not going to say no.
Of course.
But I was just kind of like a mannequin, just kind of still let her do her thing.
She thought the kiss was great. She told us about that. She also thought that you kissed her.
Oh, that's impossible, since I was stationary.
I mean, if she hadn't been on her phone, were you attracted to her?
Yeah, she's definitely cute, but like all I really saw was her forehead because she was bent over texting the whole time.
Looking at her phone the whole time. All right.
Oh my God, your self-restraint that you didn't say anything on the date. I feel like I at some point would have been like, hey, can you put the phone away?
Eyes up here.
I'm just not that type of person. If that's your thing, you know, I'm not going to make a big deal about it. You do your thing, I'll eat this hamburger.
So basically your date was you hanging out with someone who was on their phone the whole time.
Yeah.
And then you were sexually assaulted after, which he kissed you.
I wouldn't say that, but it was aggressive.
All right. Well, thanks for telling us why you don't want to call her back. I also should tell you this, though. She's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what? No.
Yeah.
Did she hear what I just said?
Unless she was buried in her phone again, texting or something. I don't know. Kayla, are you still there?
Oh.
Yeah, Nico, I loved hanging out with you. I was so interested in the date. I really liked you.
How can you say that? You were typing the whole time.
That's because I was taking notes about the date on my phone, so then I can transfer it into my relationship diary when I get home.
Wait.
That is so much right now.
That's a lot.
Wait, I'm very confused. What do you mean you were taking, like, notes?
It's what I do. Every time I go on a date, I have this relationship diary because I want to write down, like, red flags and pluses and minuses about the dates and details so that way I can remember things.
Why? Do you have memory problems or something?
No, I just think it'll be really cute to, like, one day look back on it all and reminisce about everything.
So you thought she was being super rude, Nico. She was actually super listening to you.
True,
Yeah, but that's not normal. I've never gone on a date and the next day been like, oh, did I have a good time on that date? I should have written it down.
And Kayla, I mean, you're listening, but you're not hearing what he's saying. Like, he thought you weren't into him because your face was buried into your phone screen the entire time. Don't you see that as a problem?
Brooke, back off. I'm talking to him about this, not you. I don't know why you keep interrupting me. It's really pissing me off. Like, I'm trying to get this across to him that, Nico, I really like you.
Okay. I guess that makes sense in a way.
Nico, I'll prove it to you. Here, the next thing, 8:35. You had showed me those pictures of your family, and I noted that your brothers are hot and that you guys have really good genes.
Oh, my God. That is so weird. That is so
No,
weird.
I wanted to take note that, like, you are a good person to have babies with.
Oh,
there you go.
God.
It's already thinking about babies.
That fast forwarded real quick.
You guys don't understand. These are things that everybody thinks of on a date, and, like, I'm just writing them down. I'm writing down the thoughts that everybody's thinking of anyway. That's the only difference. Don't you understand? Nico, you understand, right? Don't you understand?
No, none of this makes sense to me. First, why are you saying my brothers are hot? Why are you saying you want to have babies with me? I mean, I don't even think we made eye contact for this entire date.
Nico, you are taking this way out of context. Like, I'm documenting this because one day you're going to appreciate all the details that I've put down here in this diary, and you're going to look back on it and be like, wow, she's awesome that she wrote all this down and that she did that, and we can look at this together.
There you go. Yeah. What do you think, Nico? You want a second date with Kayla? We'll pay for it. Go on a second date, make some babies.
A second date?
Yeah.
How do you? I mean, so she can finish this novel she's writing about our. This is the weirdest thing.
If it makes you feel better, Nico, it's not just about you. She does it for every date she goes on.
That makes it even worse. It's like a serial killer. I'm scared, frankly. I'm worried.
Okay, that seems a little...
Come on, Nico, that's not fair. And, bro, you are not helping things.
What do you think, Nico?
I'm trying.
Will you go out with her one more time?
Brooke is the only one making sense right now. I wish Brooke had been there on the date to tell you to get out of your phone.
Fine. I won't even bring my phone on the next date. Are you happy?
There you go, Nico.
Are you going to take notes with like a pen and paper instead? Or
Yeah, whatever. I'll just write it down. I won't use my phone at all. I'll use the napkin next to me. God.
Yeah, she'll take notes the old-fashioned way, Nico. Would you go on a second date with her? We'll pay for it.
Look, I think you're very attractive and...
Shut up. I know what you're trying to do. And, like, it's not. You're just sugarcoating it, and this is bull. And, like, just get to the point.
I think that your intentions are sweet, but what you're...
Nico, I'd get to the point before she stabs you. I think what he's trying to get at is a no. Is that a no, Nico?
It's a no.
Yeah, that's a hard no.
Hard
It's a hard no.
Kayla.
Did you learn anything from this experience?
The only thing I learned here, Brooke, was not to trust you with anything. I mean, Jesus.
Whoa.
You have done nothing for me.
Well,
I'm trying to help you, I swear.
sorry, Kayla. No second date.
I hate your show, especially when Brooke's on. I'm
Okay.
never listening again.
All right, well, but can I read? I want to read your journal sometime. Can I just read it?
No, you, Jubal.
Okay.
Bye, Kayla.
Yeah.
You sarcastic piece of
I actually wasn't being sarcastic. I really do want to read it.
Whatever. Jubal, I'll give you like $20 if you just slap Brooke across the face right now.
I'll only do that if you're in here journaling because I want to see what you say about it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Nick, please?
Yeah, this is me.
Hey, Nick, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From what?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay. Well, what do I got to say? What do I got to do?
You don't have to say or do anything. I just have a few questions for you about a date you recently went on.
Okay.
Here's how it works. One of our listeners emailed us to call you. You recently went out with a girl named Lisa, okay?
Right.
And Lisa is wondering why you're not calling her back.
Okay. So, what do I just tell you what happened, or?
That would be the goal. If you just want to straight up just tell me, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it just didn't work out.
Well, is there a specific reason?
Not too much. I mean,
There was way too much hesitation. There's definitely a reason.
well, no, I mean, she just, listen, when you go out with somebody, have something in mind, and if they're not it, then you move on.
I like how your voice just gets higher.
I'm just saying, I mean, not everybody's for everybody. Why waste time if they're not for you? That's all.
Nick, let me ask you a question. She told us that she had a profile picture on the dating website that was 8 years younger than she is. Does she look a lot different now, and is that why you don't want to call her back?
I wouldn't say a lot different, but somewhat different.
Like different enough to where you found her unattractive when you saw her?
I don't know. I wouldn't say unattractive, but it's just I'm just particular, and she wasn't my type exactly. So I'm just looking for Miss Perfect, and she wasn't it. That's all.
Miss Perfect. What is Miss Perfect?
Isn't that what everybody wants? Miss Perfect for them,
I want Miss Wheeling. That's what I'm usually going for.
Or Miss Damaged Goods.
Or this Miss has a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I guess I just have high standards. I don't know.
All right. Are you okay, I got a friend like you. You're one of those I only date perfect 10 model type guys, aren't you?
No, I mean, not maybe to other people's standards, but to my standards, they have to have certain features or attributes that I like.
So it was all just like a looks thing. Like her looks didn't meet what you expected and what you like.
Look, I'm just saying, I've been on a lot of dates. I've dated a lot of people here and back home, and just, I guess I always find something wrong with each of them,
What do you find wrong, though? Like, her cuticles were a little, too white. Are you that picky?
Well, if I notice that, sure, that could be something. But,
For real?
No, but it's usually bigger than that. Like, this one girl had, really big gums. You ever see that when they smile, they're very gummy, and that's just...
Nick, I'm with you. I'm with you on the big gums thing. It is distracting.
Yeah, like horse gums?
Yeah.
You guys are so shallow.
It's true, though.
What?
Brooke, do you want to date a dude with huge gums?
I don't know that I've ever even noticed gums.
Obviously you're looking at their face most of the time, but, you gaze and you look down and you see the boobs and stuff. Can I say boobs and stuff?
Yeah,
you can
sure,
say
you can say that. Absolutely.
Well, that was one problem with this girl. They were just kind of weirdly shaped or something. I just couldn't.
Are we talking about a former date of yours, or are we talking about Lisa?
Oh no,
a former date.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not lately.
Okay.
We're just going through a list of everything wrong with every woman that he's ever dated.
I'm just giving examples of why I'm picky. That's all. I mean,
All right, big gums, weird-looking boobs, things like that turn you
if
off.
they look like that, then who knows what they look like when it's off.
Okay.
So what was the thing that turned you off about Lisa?
Well, she had really, the nose part was fine, but the nostrils were kind of small.
What?
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
They're just tiny.
Her nostrils are too small for her nose.
Yeah, the holes part.
Yeah, I know what a nostril is. I'm just trying to picture a big nose
but,
with little.
They were just really small, and it looked kind of odd. It didn't look like that in the picture, which was surprising.
Dude, you've got to be kidding me. Are you being serious that small nostrils are a deal breaker for you?
Look, when you're talking to somebody for an hour and all you can focus on is the nostrils, there's a problem.
But
that's why I couldn't take it anymore.
You probably have a lot of your own imperfections too, right?
I'm not saying I don't, but for me, why should I settle if that's not who I
You
wanna
have
be with?
you have to be one of the most picky dudes I've ever talked to.
And I know. Everybody says that to me, but that's who I am.
Hey, hey,
And
listen,
maybe that's
look.
why I'm single, but what do you want?
It definitely is why you're single. I'm going to tell you that right now. But, I would love to find out if Lisa has had any work done to her nostrils to make them smaller. Wouldn't you like to find that out, Nick?
No, that's all right. I don't really care. I mean, it didn't work out, so it doesn't matter. I'm moving on.
Well, it's too bad because she's actually on the other line listening.
What?
Seriously? My nostrils are too small?
What are you guys doing to me? What, you ambush people like this?
Yeah, it's kind of the point of the whole segment. So anyway,
Moving
I didn't agree to this.
I know you didn't, but Lisa did, and now she's on the phone. So you might as well talk to her about her small nostrils.
I'm here. What kind of freaky thing is that? I could see if your nostrils were too big, but...
Well, it's just my thing. I don't know what to tell you. I'm picky. That's all. I don't know if you heard that part, but I'm just very...
I mean, we have all this stuff in common, and now you're saying it's because my nostrils? My nostrils are normal.
No, they're not.
Oh, my God. Really?
I'm sorry, they're not. I've seen a lot of nostrils, and they're on the smaller side.
I see at least a dozen nostrils a day, and apparently yours don't stack up, Lisa.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what anybody else thinks about them. I know I'm picky, and there were some very nice qualities you had, and we had some nice conversation. But for me, just me, like I said, I'm picky. They were just too small, and it was distracting. I'm sorry.
Nick, how do you expect to find the perfect woman with every single thing on her face being perfect? I mean, you're not exactly Mr. Hottie. You're cute. So what are you thinking?
Look, if I have to be single for the rest of my life because I can't find the perfect person for me, then I'll be single, and I'm okay with that. But I'm going to keep trying. That's all.
All right.
Wow, that's dedication.
Well, I have to do this no matter what because it is a second date. Nick, would you like to go out on a second date with Lisa? We will pay for it.
No, it's not a match. It's not going to work.
Both of you guys said, did I hear both of you guys say no to a second date at the same time?
Yes.
All right. Look, you guys have more in common than you think.
The only thing, apparently.
All right, Lisa. Well, I'm sorry that we couldn't make that happen for you.
Okay, thanks.
And Nick, I'll keep an eye out for girls with giant nostrils, okay?
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Erica?
this is she.
Hey, Erica, how are you?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm fine.
Good. Me too, I'm all right. You didn't ask, but I just told you. What's going on?
I don't know what is going on. What is this? Why are you calling?
Well, it's a radio show, and we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. And we actually got an email about you from somebody who listens to the show.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Got any guesses?
No.
Been out on a lot of dates recently?
Well, no, but I mean, it wouldn't be Justin.
Oh my God, it's
Yes,
dawning on you.
it would
Did you
be
hear
Justin.
that?
Justin emailed us and told us a little bit about your date, but he also
Oh my
said
God, you got to be kidding me.
no. He also said that he's been trying to get a hold of you and you won't text him back.
No, I'm not calling him.
And why?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it was a fun date. He's an interesting guy. He's good looking.
So those are all really good things.
Yeah, I mean, overall the date was fine, but interesting. I mean, there was a few weird moments, but I don't know.
So no specific reason why you don't want to see him again?
I do have a reason, but I don't know that I feel comfortable sharing that.
Okay, well, is it a personal reason for you or is it something about Justin?
Both.
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 Okay.
Okay.
He's
Well,
t-
Justin, whenever anybody does these, we always tell them that they need to be willing to hear whatever the other person says. So Justin is willing to hear anything bad that you might have to say.
Well, it's just that he seems to know too many people, because I wasn't sure how I felt about the date. So then I showed my friends his picture, and it's like they all knew him.
Oh.
Knew him really well.
Oh,
Did they go-
I get it. Okay.
Like they hooked up with him, or?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm not talking about one of the girls. Like 3 of them have hooked up with him.
Wow. That's
Man.
a lot. He gets around.
Wow.
Yeah, he told us that he's never had a problem with women, but he also said that he liked you so much that he can only think about you and doesn't even want to think about any other girls.
Yeah.
But apparently, your friends might think about him from time to time.
I have a solid group of friends, and I can't be the 4th girl in my girl group to hook up with him. That's just crazy.
I mean, when we talked to him, it sounded like he wants more than a hookup from you.
Yeah.
Like he felt like he had an awakening of how he should really be in a relationship after he met you.
I find that hard to believe.
Do you? I don't know. I was kind of convinced by it.
Well, he did say he wanted to grow or
Yeah.
something.
I mean, it sounds like he can get a hookup whenever he wants a hookup, and he's putting in a lot of effort to get a hold of you. If he just wanted a hookup, he could have had that already with somebody else.
Yeah, he seems to have a good history of it.
Yeah. So you definitely, so that's what it is. You don't want to be the 4th girl in your friend group who has hooked up with Justin.
Obviously, he sleeps around a lot, and I don't need that. So I think it's best just to not call him.
Okay, that seems pretty straightforward.
Well, Erica, I do have to let you know this before we let you go. Thank you for being honest. And now I have to be honest because Justin is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. So we've we've also hung out with Justin a bit.
Hi, Erica.
Hi.
All right, listen, I haven't met any of your friends. I don't know who they are, but most likely it's the truth. I mean, are any of them waitresses, hostesses, bartenders?
You got to type, obviously.
He just keeps listing careers.
The dishwashers.
Teachers, nurses.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I was that guy, but I'm not just trying to get you in bed. I can do that with anyone, pretty much. But I'm interested in you.
They all know you from last year. All of them.
Oh, dang.
Last year.
And Justin, don't you think that's weird? If you slept with all my girlfriends, this is weird.
Yeah.
Look, it's true. I'll admit it. I'll be the first one to admit it. I'm a recovering male skank.
Recovering male skank, Erica.
I feel like he's self-aware.
That doesn't help your mission here. I mean,
Look, I'll be the first one to admit it. I hooked up with a lot of girls, probably in every state, maybe 49 out of the 50. But I want to change.
Whoa.
I'm acknowledging the kind of person that I've been. I would love to change because of you.
Oh.
we had one date, and now you suddenly want to change because we've had one date? I hardly believe that.
Wow.
No, Eric, I'm being honest with you. Look, that night I almost had a booty call. I almost made that phone call, but I didn't. I just can't stop thinking about it.
You're so not helping yourself here.
But Erica, think about it if the tables were turned. Like, what if some guy didn't want to go out with you because of a couple of dudes or more that you slept with? Like, you would be really upset about that because you're also more than just who you've hooked up with in the past.
Yeah, but I'd still see that it would be awkward that his friends have seen me naked.
Yeah.
Or it's easier to bond. I mean, you could look at it 2 ways.
I have to ask a question. Justin, do you think you like her because she's the only girl that doesn't call you back?
Nah, man. This girl, she has a brain. You're very smart. You're funny. You get my movie references. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Sandlot.
Yeah, see?
That was really dorky.
Look, Justin, it's nice that you say all these things and you feel this way about me, but it just doesn't change that you've been with my friends like that. I mean, if we were to go out, we couldn't have sex for like 6 months because I'd have to know that you really, really fell in love with me.
Whoa.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
Holy 6 months? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, like, no booty calls, no nothing. 6 months of just holding my hand and a kiss goodnight. You need a freaking cleanse.
Oh.
Wow.
All right, well,
That is strict.
Erica,
Yeah.
would you like to go? Maybe I shouldn't even ask Erica at this point now. Erica, would you like to go on a second date with Justin? We will pay for it if he agrees to not having any sex for 6 months.
Okay, Justin, it's your turn.
Oh, she said
Oh.
yes.
All right,
She's
Justin.
into it. Now I feel like she's just testing you.
Time to put you to the test, find out how woke you really are now.
You know what kind of person I am? You know what would do that to me? I mean, like, 6 months. She said 6 months.
Yes, she did. In the 6 months. I know that probably hasn't happened to you since you were teens, but
That's half a year. That's half a year.
you're not going to explode. You're not going to explode. You'll be
good at
fine.
math.
I mean, you will at some point, but not the way you
Justin,
think.
I can't think of any other way to prove to my friends that it's okay we date because you'd have to prove, that you really care about me. Just imagine after 6 months how amazing that's going to be.
Ooh.
6 months.
Okay. Yes. We've been over that, Justin. We've been over that a bunch now. 6 months. Can you wait 6 months? You'll get your second date if you can abstain for 6 months.
I mean, I'm just throwing this back at you. I mean, can we negotiate like 6 dates?
6 dates.
Nope, we're talking 6 months. I mean, you just said that you want to change and that you've never met anyone like me and that you made it sound like you'd do anything.
Is there any chance that I can get back to you on this?
All right. Yeah. No,
Can I process this?
All right. Erica, you blew Justin's mind. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, Justin, use some time to think about it and then update us on if you guys actually go on a second date. All right.
Gosh.
Gotcha. 6 months.
Yes, 6 months. We know.
6 months.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Thomas?
No, this is not Thomas.
This isn't Thomas?
This is Glenn. Can I ask who's calling?
Yeah, my name is Jubal. I'm calling from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Okay, hi.
Hi. I was looking to speak with a Thomas.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Well, you said your name was Glenn?
Yep, it is.
Okay. Well, Glenn, let me ask you a question. Did you start kind of an online relationship with a girl named Kristen a little while ago?
Sorry, what is this about?
I knew it.
That wasn't an answer to my question, Glenn.
Yeah, exactly, Glenn.
Well, the reason that I'm asking you, Glenn, is because Kristen emailed us because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then they end up not calling you back after, you can email us and hopefully find out why. And she told us a little bit about meeting a dude named Thomas online and talking to him for over a month. Things got very heated to the point where Thomas and her were saying, I love you. And then there was supposed to be a dinner date, and that never happened. But strangely, the phone number that she gave me for Thomas is for you, and your name's Glenn.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry, I was confused. I am Thomas.
Yeah,
Okay.
right, Glenn. Glenn, we know that you're lying. Just come out with it. Why are you leading women on and telling them I love you on dating apps and toying with their emotions? That really hurts people.
I know it sounds like that. No. Let me explain. So Thomas is my middle name, and I go by Glenn sometimes and Thomas sometimes.
Okay, but so you're admitting that you're the person that she was talking to.
Yeah. No, I know Kristen. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
wait. The Kristen that you were supposed to meet at the restaurant where you said you were in a restaurant in a different city, but then when she looked up that restaurant in the different city, that didn't exist?
Wow, you know a lot about me. Yeah, I did try to meet her.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of weird how honest you're being, because normally when people catfish somebody online, they would try to deny it.
Well, it's kind of complicated. I guess you could call it a catfish, but it's not like that.
Okay, well then can you try to explain it, please?
So actually I've met Kristen before.
What?
You've met her before?
You mean like you had seen her picture on the same dating app or something?
Well, that, but also I've met her in person. She just doesn't know that I'm who I say I am or who she's been talking to.
What?
Wow.
Now that comes off as not only like catfishing and like an a-hole move, but creepy. You sound creepy.
No. It's not creepy. I just wasn't expecting to talk about this right now. So I actually live in her building.
What? It gets even
You guys live in the same building?
Yeah, it's not as I didn't move in to like stalk her. I live in the apartment underneath her, and I really like her, and I'm just really nervous to talk to her.
Okay, no one brought up stalking. You're the only person that jumped to that conclusion, which is also a red flag.
No, you guys are accusing me, and it's making me sound like I'm crazy, but I'm not. I really like Kristen, and this whole situation is weird, and I'm not a catfish.
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just trying to figure out what you're doing. If it's not catfishing.
Like I said, she lives in the unit above me, and I really like her. She's really cool and really pretty, and I'm just a kind of a nervous guy. So I thought I'd make this profile to get to know her and then, meet her or talk to her in person with this information I have.
And when you talked to her in person and you showed up and you were the dude that lives downstairs, you didn't think that would go bad?
Well, I was just trying to use the information to talk to her about things she would like, but a fake persona, I was never going to meet her as that. I mean, I was just using that to kind of get to know her better, but it got really out of hand.
So wait, you were basically like being a spy on a dating app in order to find out, I don't know, if she likes to go hiking, so that when you ran into her into the building, you could be like, oh, hey, I'm also going on a hike. Let's go together. And then she would fall in love with the real you, not the fake you.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for understanding.
Whoa!
Wow. Okay, so you catfished her to get research on things to talk to her about.
Oh, that's so creepy.
That is elaborate.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
And then how did you let your fake persona say I love you to her online?
I don't know, she's awesome, and I just got wrapped up into this fantasy.
Okay, did you mean to actually schedule a date with her?
Well, she was the one who was pushing it, and then I just thought since we talked a lot, like, she could see past the weird beginning to this relationship we're going to have.
Did you have any plan of actually meeting up with her?
I did plan on it, and then I freaked out at the last moment.
Oh,
wow.
So then what was your... Wait, so everything backfired and now you're just giving up on everything? You're not stalking her anymore?
Well, I was never stalking her, but yeah, I mean, it's all complicated.
Yeah, super complicated. You know what else complicates it even more, Thomas? Kristen is actually on the phone listening and wants to talk to you right now.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing.
I don't even know what to think.
I don't think
I don't either.
Yeah.
Who are you? Oh, Glenn? I don't even know who you are. Like, what do you look like?
We actually talked once in the laundromat, but I live underneath you. I'm in 102. I'm the guy with the shaved head. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean for it to get like that. I think you're really cool, and you're so beautiful, and I just was worried it wouldn't go well, so I don't know. So you
decided to catfish me? Is that what you did? I mean, this is embarrassing.
Well, okay, every night I have to hear you with your boyfriend upstairs, and that should be me. You don't even know me.
Wait.
What boyfriend? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That blonde guy, the one with the hair up to his shoulders, he's been around for like 6 months, and I hear you guys all the time.
First of all, he's not my boyfriend. It's nothing like that, okay?
He calls you his girlfriend. I've heard it.
What? You're like spying on her. So not only are you like creating fake personas to get into her life, but now you're just straight up listening to her conversations inside her apartment.
No, our building is small, and you guys are saying I'm lying. Well, she's also lying.
Really?
Yeah. Do you have a boyfriend or not? Because if you do have a boyfriend, it's weird that you're online trying to meet dudes, telling them you love them.
Yeah,
but it's not my boyfriend. It's a friend. We hang out a lot. It's a fun thing. It's not my boyfriend, and he knows that.
Oh, man. You guys are both kind of out.
No,
like,
no.
what's going on right now?
I don't care if she's dating 8 other dudes right now. What he did is so creepy.
Okay, I know we're both in like a weird place, and this all started out really weird, but when we were talking online, there was something there. There was a good vibe, and like...
I was vibing with Thomas, not with Glenn.
Well, I am Thomas.
No, you're not Thomas. You put on these, like, fake pictures. It's so bad. You have no idea.
Those are my brother, actually.
It's heartbreaking.
Those are pictures of your...
This is a really
If you find yourself stuck on a dinner date with a total jerkwad,
Yeah.
you don't have a lot of good options. You could try and sneak out the back door undetected,
Yeah.
maybe. Or you could cut off 3 of your fingers with a steak knife and say you got to go to the hospital.
That's an option. Why's it gotta be 3?
Or my go-to move, lower my voice nice and deep and say, gosh, you remind me so much of my mom right now. And I think that is so hot.
Oh, boy.
Now tell me to go to my room and think about what I've done.
Jeff.
Trust me, it works almost 60% of the time.
Oh, wow, that's not a very good rate, Jeff.
But one of our listeners was so turned off that escaping wasn't enough.
Okay.
She needed to get instant revenge on the guy she was with. And she definitely got it. You're going to hear how in your brand new second date update. Right after I go to my room.
Oh, no. No, don't do that.
Brooke, how do you feel about the idea of meeting someone out in the real world?
I love it. I think it's great.
Okay, to be clear, I'm not talking about you meeting another man. You seem really excited about that. I just meant in general.
Yeah, then I'm like so-so
Okay,
on it. You know?
that's what I thought.
I thought you were talking about the other thing.
Right. How do you feel about meeting someone in the real world while you're in the middle of a date with someone else?
Whoa.
It's not the time, Jeff.
I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like if you're meant to be with the other person.
Okay, the bar is set ankle low for Brooke.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like it may have happened to one of our listeners named Grace recently, and she needs our help.
Uh-oh,
So, Grace, welcome to the show.
Oh, hi. Thank you.
Where's your moral compass pointing, Grace?
Oh, it's intact.
Okay. She's tickled by the
Okay.
idea of this. But you said in your email that you were out on a date with another guy when something happened.
Yeah, it was a first date with a guy from just the apps, all that fun stuff.
So no skin in the game there.
Exactly. Totally blind and
Oh, a blind guy. That's new.
Because it'd be easier to hit on somebody else.
That's true, yeah. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so he just was not turning out to be that nice or that great. I mean, he was like okay to me.
Wait, not nice, and that means you love him, right?
Well-
Most girls love that stuff.
Well, what do you mean? Like,
No.
specifically, how was he not nice?
Yeah, that's a good point.
It was just like he was treating the wait staff really horribly.
Oh, that's bad. No. That is
Yeah,
awful.
such a turn off.
Yeah, it's a universal no.
So embarrassing to be with them. You want to
Yeah, it
scream,
is.
I'm on a first date. I swear I don't know him.
Honestly.
Exactly. Like, I don't condone this behavior. I'm not a part of this.
Okay.
Okay.
So when did you meet the new guy?
Well, so the waiter, Darren, he was super nice. And I thought because my date was being such an ass to him, what better lesson to teach him than to, ask Darren out? Like, when he brought us the dessert menu, I was like,
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Wait, in front of the guy you were out with?
It's like you're trying to go lower.
Dude.
She's laughing.
Even if I thought of that in
bold.
my head, I don't know if I could pull it
Yeah.
off.
I mean, it's hard.
I mean, it's not like he doesn't deserve it.
Walk us through it.
Did you feel like you were getting vibes from Darren throughout the night, or did you just kind of surprise him with that?
Oh my gosh.
no, I think I kind of took him off guard because it was really more about me wanting to, stick it to my date.
Okay. It didn't matter what he said.
You
yes
are
or
a
no.
bold woman.
Seriously,
Wow.
to actually go through with it is
Yeah.
impressive.
What did you do? How did you say it?
So when he was bringing over the dessert menu, or he asked us to bring it over, I was like, yes, but also, could you maybe also bring over your number? Let me know when you're out of here, because I'm out of here.
Wow.
What did your
That-
date say?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, his ego couldn't really allow him to believe it. He was laughing, trying to laugh it off and be cool, but when I was doubling down, and I was like, no, this is happening.
He may have thought you were
God,
kidding. Like,
wait.
that's so bold. I would almost think my date's joking.
If I was a waiter, I
Yeah.
would think it was a joke
yeah,
too.
maybe the waiter laughed and was like,
Yeah, what was the response from Darren, the waiter guy?
I mean, he was really trying to hold back his smile. He, tried to keep it professional, but as soon as my date realized that I was not joking, he did the classic, threw down the napkin, stormed off. He stormed off without paying, actually. And so this was the kicker. Darren paid for half of the meal because I was like, oh, wow.
Even though he waited on you, he still paid?
Yeah. I hope you tipped him on your half of the bill.
Or hopefully
That'd be
Darren
awkward.
left a good tip for himself.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I tipped him, but I also was like, I'm serious about, hey, if you're going to get off, let me at least treat you to a drink and stuff.
Oh my God.
That's one way to let a guy know you're not interested, like the other guy.
Yeah.
Kind of a nice closure.
Yeah.
When they can see it in front of them.
I'm like in awe
So-
I know. This
of
is
actually
crazy.
making it happen.
So did Darren take you up on the offer?
Thank you. Yes, we met up at a bar after he got out of work, nearby the restaurant. And
Did he think of it romantically? Because he may have still been thinking, "Oh, I'm a good, almost friend that saved you."
This is like an apology
totally
drink.
Totally.
Yeah.
well, I mean, we were there for about an hour or so, and then I went in for the kiss when he was walking me to my car.
Dude,
Yeah, that doesn't narrow it down. I kiss a lot of waiters after they're done serving me, so I might just still.
Yeah, that's just thank you.
I knew you guys were gonna end up making out just because your voice got so high.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Clearly you were feeling Darren. Where are you two at now?
Okay, so I don't know if I messed it up at the end because, I went in for the kiss, and then he wanted to take things back to his place. So that's where I that's where I slowed things down.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was he felt rejected, maybe. I don't know, because he's been very quiet. I mean, I said that I really wanted to see him again, you know.
Yeah. He should understand. You just met him hours before for the first time ever.
But maybe she was so aggressive at the beginning, it was like meeting, asking out, drinks, like, and then she slammed on the brakes all of a sudden. That could have thrown him for a loop.
He was
He's in a relationship. We don't know anything about this guy.
He
Like,
cheated on somebody.
he's making out with some chick that he thinks he's just getting a thank you drink from, and like
Maybe it is just like Brooke's life. We're going to find out when we come back and call Darren. And we're going to try and get you your second date update, see where his head's at right after this. 2 dates in one night with 2 different dudes.
Oh, you're right. That is what happened.
It's what Alexis would call a slow evening.
I mean, when you got your makeup done, you might as well make the most of it.
Sure,
Keep them going.
Well, that's what
I'll back
happened.
you on that one.
It happened to one of our listeners, Grace. It wasn't planned, though. The first guy that she was with turned out to be a total jerk, was acting rude to the waiter at the restaurant. So to get back at him, Grace asked the waiter out on a date and did it at the table right in front of the other guy.
Dude.
He had a tissy fit and left.
Cannot believe how you could do that. I'm really proud.
It was a bold move, and it worked, because that night she went out with the waiter, Darren, to grab some drinks, and they even smooched at the end.
She upgraded.
But that's why it's weird Darren isn't answering back after they parted ways. Brooke's theory is that Darren is in a relationship, maybe even 2, and he's on the TLC show My 4 Favorite Wives. That's her idea.
I did say that. I did say that just moments ago.
But we don't know. I guess it is possible. We'll only find out once we call him and get him to answer the phone.
Yeah, if wife 3 answers, we're going to know right away.
Exactly. But Grace, this was just like a one-night drink situation. Why was the meeting so important to you that you wanted us to get involved in it?
Well, I mean, when I saw how much of a jerk this first date was, and then I saw how nice of a guy Darren was, it's like, wow, okay, like my type maybe is a nice guy, you know? Like,
You sound shocked by that.
Well, sometimes you think you have a type and you don't. Recently, I always said I never want to play video games with my girlfriend, and I recently played video games with a girl, and it was amazing. Sometimes you grow, you mature, and you try new things.
Yes, sometimes you mature and play video games.
Yes, thank you, Jeff.
Good.
Thank you. Somebody's listening.
At least you know he'll be nice to other wait staff.
Yeah. He learned his lesson.
Then he's going to shame you if you don't tip 25%.
Let's do this. So we're going to call Darren. Hopefully he picks up, or one of his wives does, and we can get some explanation. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Darren?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Darren, good morning.
Hey, who's this?
Hey.
Multiple people, sorry.
Yeah, it's a whole room full of people because we're a radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Okay.
Dude, I'm sure he doesn't listen. Anybody who works like night dinner shifts is not
goes
getting
to bed
up.
when the show starts.
Sorry, we heard that you're a waiter because you went out on a date with one of our listeners named Grace recently.
You went out to drinks.
So it was like an impromptu date that happened the other night. You remember Grace?
Yeah, I know who Grace is, and yeah, we went on a date. What about it?
Oh, you do consider it a date. Okay.
Well, I mean, she asked me to drinks. What am I supposed to call it?
Yeah. Well, she asked you in front of her current date. Like,
could be lost
I
in
can't.
translation.
I want to hear your side of that story.
We've heard Grace's version of it. She painted it very romantically.
Yeah, so she's interesting, let me tell you.
Interesting.
Okay.
So I was waiting on her, and she was on another date, but I could totally tell she was flirting with me.
Oh, really?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That was her goal, though,
Could-
wasn't it?
Well, when we talked to her, she didn't say that. She said it was more of like a last-second thing when you brought the dinner menu over.
Oh, towards the end.
No. I could totally tell, like, she was paying attention to me. She was looking at me. There was definitely a vibe.
Well, she has to look at you to give an order.
Alexis is
I've
right.
waited tables a long time. I know how to pick up on vibes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, the feelings weren't reciprocated on your end? Because she said that you guys kissed at the end of the night, and now you're not calling her back.
Well, I don't know if she told you everything because
What?
Whoa.
when we went out, she treated the bartender the same way that she was treating me
when she was on the other date. She was flirting with the bartender in front of me.
Are you sure?
Whoa, maybe she's just naturally a flirty
Or
person.
maybe you're just terrible at knowing what flirting is because she was like adamant that she wasn't flirting with you.
Maybe. That could be.
Well, no, because here's the thing. I got a text message from the bartender who happens to be a friend of mine. I know him. He works at the bar. It's right down the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he said, hey, bro, watch out. The girl came back in and got my number.
What?
Whoa.
She's a busy bee.
How many numbers can this girl get in one night?
We did not hear any of that from Grace. She was just talking about you.
Are you sure he didn't mix her up or something? Like it was her?
Well, I don't know.
No.
It's better to just ask Grace this because I need to let you know, Darren, she is on the other line right now listening in.
She has our number too, bro.
Grace?
Man. Damn it.
No. Oh, no. Oh, man.
What do you mean, no?
Oh, no, you got found out, or oh, no, you did it?
Hey, there's an explanation, guys, okay?
So you did. You went back and got the bartender's number?
Great.
Okay, I mean, but I needed it for a very specific reason. It's not scandalous.
Oh, you just needed to make the best Manhattan of your life, and he happened to have the recipe.
You were saving him from a date he was also on.
What was it? What's your excuse?
It's not an excuse. I mean, I have other stuff going on in my life, and like, there's this. Okay, my sister is getting married, and we're having a party for her, and so I was getting this bartender's number so he can be the bartender.
Why does it sound like you're making this up on the spot right now?
Well, why wouldn't
My sister has a wedding that's happening.
So she has
Wait.
a fiance.
A fiance, that's the word. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, sure, maybe that's true. So why wouldn't you ask that in front of Darren?
I didn't really even think about it until after I left, you know?
She was so focused on Darren.
Dude, I mean, that's not a lie she can pull off for long. If her sister's getting married and they go on a date.
All right.
You better be the wedding date now.
We've heard the explanation. Darren, what do you think?
I don't know.
Are you buying it?
No, I'm not. I'm really not buying it. I'm skeptical of the whole thing.
Bro.
Well,
I don't know.
She kissed you that night, Darren, not the bartender, unless, I don't know, did your bartender mention anything else happening besides the phone number exchange?
No, I don't know if they've gone out on a date or anything yet, but I mean, I don't know. That just seems sketchy to me.
Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm not born yesterday. All right. I worked in the service industry. I know bartenders that pick up girls all the time. I have a guy bartender that picks up on women all the time who are there with dates, and they come back and the girls give him their numbers. It's a common, no. I don't buy that.
What if the bartender was just trying to call dibs, like he's the one that made it up? Like maybe she's telling the truth and he's like, no, I want to ask her out. And so he's trying to get you to leave the situation.
He's going against bro
No, I know my friend. He's not going to do that.
That's your actual
She's telling the truth. I would feel really bad for her in this situation.
I know. She dodged a jerk, and then she met a nice guy who she's trying to court on a grand gesture on a radio station.
So when's your sister's wedding? How soon?
It's in 6 months.
Oh.
That was weirdly close enough, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know. There's a long pause there.
6 months.
If you want the bartender to help with the wedding, maybe you want Darren to be a waiter at your sister's wedding too, so that way you can kind of even it out.
No, she wants him to be her date.
Oh,
Jeff.
that would be more romantic, wouldn't it?
That was literally set up for you. It was a lob.
I don't know why I stuck him in the service industry.
I mean, okay. If she can prove it with some sort of save the date or invitation that this is actually happening, would you believe her?
Even if it is a lie, do you care?
But we're not going to be able to produce that here in the next few seconds.
Hold on. Let me talk to some of y'all who haven't been around the block a little bit. She may very well have a sister who's getting married in 6 months.
Okay.
But that just might have been an excuse for her to go back and get that guy's number.
Man, actually, I'm feeling a little attacked with this right now. He's being a little accusatory, so it doesn't feel very worth it at this point. I thought you were a nice guy.
Hey, look, I'm not the person that went behind somebody's back to get somebody else's phone number. All right? I am the nice guy.
Yeah, he is a nice guy.
I don't know who to believe.
I know.
Well, I want to be a nice guy in this moment and offer to send you two on another date, and we'll pay for it.
I really don't think he's going to say yes. He's already so skeptical and suspicious.
I don't either, to be honest.
Well, Darren, what do you think? It ball's in your court.
No, I
I can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's adamant.
Oh, man.
Sticking to his guns.
You're going to feel so foolish when you see your friend bartending at her sister's wedding.
Yeah, Darren, you need a
If she wants to pay me to bartend at her sister's wedding, I'll gladly do it.
Oh.
Hey, all right, just won't be her date.
Well, Darren, as I said before, we already got the bartending position filled, so.
Oh, double down.
Darren, by the way, can you just clear something up for us real quick? Do you have 4 wives?
Yeah, we never asked that.
I've been dying to know.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I swear he was the guy from that show,
Okay.
Jeff. I'm sorry.
Brooke, you owe me $20.
Yeah.
Man, if only dating could be as easy as ordering your favorite Starbucks drink.
Oh.
Ooh, that's kind of complicated, though, for
I
some
don't know.
people, Jeff.
I'll take a grande, tall, dark, and handsome with
Yeah.
added sugar, 4 pumps of loyalty, and a drizzle of trust fund.
Oh.
Extra hot, please.
And extra drizzle.
Dude,
Yeah.
Same order, Alexis?
Fundiato, let's
Oh,
go.
I can't believe we have the
Alexis ju-
same order.
She just wants a cup of drizzle, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
No
according
man.
Ditch the pumps.
to one of our listeners, there's a place that isn't too far off from that.
Oh.
He says his date was literally served to him on a silver platter after he plugged in his romantic preferences. And it's all part of a new dating event that people are doing right now. After hearing how it works, Alexis might even want an invite to the next party. You're going to hear it and how it works in your brand new second date update next. If I've learned anything from reading countless dating blogs, they all say the absolute worst thing you can do is be open to trying new things.
No, they don't. That's the opposite of what they all say.
New experiences should scare you, and you need to avoid them at all costs.
Too risky.
Are you
Instead,
reading the anti-therapy blogs again?
you know, you need to stick to the places that you've already been and people you already know. And
not
nothing
even new
bad can
people?
ever happen.
Not even new people?
Okay, Jeff.
What?
This is how you end up in, like, my hometown, dating your
Yeah,
cousin.
just like
okay?
us.
So
You
Brooke
gotta be
clearly
careful.
supports it.
You
And
gotta
one
be careful.
Thing is, one of our listeners didn't take that advice.
Thank God.
And he's some sort of modern Renaissance man, decided to try something new, and look where it landed him.
Oh, right here
Here
with
on
us.
our show, which I'm
Ooh.
guessing is another new experience for him that he's never done before. So yikes.
We're the low point of
We
many
are.
people.
Alvin, welcome to your new life low.
Awesome. Glad to be here. This is my first time ever doing this.
Wow, Alvin. Now, are you feeling shame or excitement?
No, definitely excitement. I'm not feeling shame. no.
Okay,
that comes later.
Yeah, we're going to change that by the end of
Yeah.
this segment. But you said that you tried something new for your dating life. What was that?
Have you ever heard of a red envelope party?
No, but it sounds kind of kinky. What's going
I'm
on?
intrigued.
Yeah, what is that? What's a red envelope party?
Well, it's like a dating event
Okay.
that people put on, and it was at this fancy house,
Okay.
really nice neighborhood.
And you went by yourself? You didn't bring a friend?
Yeah, no, this was a friend hooked me up with this, but I went by myself. Yeah.
Okay,
That
one of
is
your
so
friends
brave.
suggested it too.
Yeah, and then you scan a QR code and you fill out a questionnaire that's like about your interests and your values. You know what kind of person
Okay.
you are, and all
Like
that kind of
stuff you'd
And
find
then-
on a dating profile, right?
Yeah, just a brief little thing like that. And then once you do the questionnaire, I went inside the house, and it had the vibe of like a swanky private members club. It was fancy furniture and well-stocked bar, chandeliers, the whole
Dude, if they have a chandelier, that is rich. No broke people own chandeliers.
Because you get in a house full of single people and you're only allowed to talk to one person that they give you an envelope of?
Is that the rule?
No, you're supposed to mingle and drink and have a good time. That's what I was doing. Then about like an hour into it, maybe a little more, a waiter came around with a silver tray, and on the tray were red envelopes, and you find the one that has your name on it, and that has inside the person that you are supposed to meet. But we'd already hung out for like
Okay,
an hour.
and I'm guessing the whole point is so that you go around the room and actually try to find the other person, right?
Like it's more about talking to other people to find the person.
I see.
That'd be my guess anyway.
That makes way more sense.
And the fact that it's on a silver tray makes me believe whatever is on it is like absolutely true. And so who was the person whose name was in your envelope?
My envelope had the name Natalie in it.
Okay. Had you already met? Why are you laughing?
I thought he said he had his own name in his envelope.
Oh. That would be your luck at one of these, Jeff.
Jeff's like, and I still don't love myself.
Okay.
Wait, had you already met Natalie, or did you have to go find her?
I had actually met her, and she was like, obviously I'm there to date, so I'm looking around, looking at all the ladies, and she was like top of my list.
Oh, so you're like, yes, lucky red envelope.
That's nice.
Yes, it was a total yes, fist bump, yeah.
Okay. So you went and tracked her down. How did that go?
It was great. We were having a really good time, and she was laughing a lot, and I was laughing. And
Oh, that's a good sign, because she could have been disappointed when she saw your name.
No, she seemed cool, and she was, kept encouraging us to go back to the bar, and so yeah, we did drink a bit. I admit it. I definitely was feeling a buzz.
Nice.
Okay.
But you're doing it together, and it's a party scene. Like, it seems
appropriate.
fitting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was appropriate amount, and I was not alone. It was everybody was having a good time. And she was having a good time. Like I said, we were laughing a lot.
These are all positive reviews. Is there anything in your mind that was like a low moment of the night or something that could have gone wrong?
Yes.
Yes, there was?
Uh-oh, he's laughing now.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's not the worst, but we had been sitting for a while, and we stood up and we walked outside, and it was pretty warm night, and I definitely had a head rush, and I kind of fell into a bush.
Oh.
And this was in front of Natalie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was walking with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you may have looked a little, but you may have looked a little sloppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked sloppy. I didn't fall over I was just so hammered that I was just passing out. But I definitely leaned into it hard. Let's put it that way.
What did she say?
A confident lean into a bush.
But she helped me out of it. But I'm a pretty big guy, so she couldn't really do it. So this guy kind of stepped over and kind of helped me too.
Okay.
Gave you a hand.
Not your proudest moment, but it's probably not a total deal breaker for you. So how did it end that night with you and Natalie?
Well, at the end of the party, I asked her if she wanted to go out to have some food, soak up the alcohol.
Right.
And she said she wanted to hang back and find this friend that she came with.
Oh.
And I don't know. That's it. And since then, I haven't heard back from her. I mean, I got her
her number.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you called her or nothing?
I texted her once. I don't want to be the dude who's sending multiple texts.
Yeah, don't
But I was definitely damn, I went to all that trouble and thought it was a good connection, and it just seemed weird that nothing has come since then.
Maybe she confidently leaned on the same bush and is trapped inside of it right now, waiting for somebody to come pick her out.
She's in a hedge as we speak.
Yeah, so we're going to call. We'll see if she answers and try and get you your second date update, fancy edition, coming up right after this. I'm going to need to set the scene here for any listeners just joining us. Picture well-dressed men and women sitting on ornate couches, sipping on gimlets, mingling together at a red envelope party.
What is this, an old people?
It's fancy.
It is fancy.
It does feel like something that happened in Jeff's neighborhood growing up.
Yeah, a lot of ascots.
Uh-huh.
Gimlets and mint juleps.
Mint juleps for sure.
And what is
Anybody want a grasshopper?
What's a red envelope party? I'm still not 100% sure I get the idea, but one of our listeners, Alvin, attended one the other night where he went to a house in an upscale neighborhood. They have you fill out a dating survey, and then later, based on the answers to your questionnaire, they bring you a red envelope on a silver platter with the name of the person that you matched with and are supposed to meet that night.
Yes.
And the name of Alvin's person was Natalie.
Aww.
So they met up, had a great time there until he fell into a bush outside.
Well, that didn't ruin the night. It was just a memorable. And the thing is,
low light.
He remembers it, so he wasn't too drunk.
He wasn't
Exactly.
full team blackout.
The problem is now Natalie is ghosting. So, Brooke, take a break from putting your reservation in at the red envelope house. And tell us how you feel about it.
My hometown was more like Bush Light, and you'd wrestle a pig.
Yeah, they started in the bushes.
The problem is it's a singles party, so she could have easily just met somebody else that night.
Oh yeah, and everyone's forced to mingle, like they said.
Like
we
that's
were
the whole
saying.
point of the red envelope is so you go around and
talk.
you
Meet other
talk.
So
you're talking about before the envelopes were handed out.
Yes,
the hour where they just
and
get to
like
know.
the friend that she had to find at the end of the party, air quotes, was probably the person she was talking to before him.
Alvin, did you notice Natalie speaking with any other guys?
I mean, I did notice her speaking with other guys, but not
I'm sure.
That's what the point is.
You talk to everybody, Jeff. That's like asking you.
It's not like they signed a contract that you can only go out with this person in the red envelope.
They don't know who's in the red envelope for the first hour, Jeff.
It's a red envelope with a red flag attached to it. So
I like it, Jeff.
I'm worried, but let's call Natalie here and see what she has to say. Here we go.
Hello.
Hey, is this Natalie?
Yes, this is Natalie. Who is this?
My name is Jeff, and I'm part of a radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. And we're all here eager to talk to you.
What? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we actually were given your phone number by one of our listeners that went out. It was kind of on a sort of a date.
Met you at a dating party.
Yeah.
Singles mingle type of thing.
And this segment is called Second Date Update because we're trying to get you two back together and figure out if there's maybe chemistry or if maybe
you feel the same way.
If you feel the same way.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brooke. But this guy's name is Alvin.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh.
Remember him from the red envelope
You
party?
have to remember him, right?
I do. I do remember him. I'm just surprised, I guess.
Oh my God. Describe like what that party was like for you.
Also, if it's one of those parties, you don't have to describe too much. You know?
It's not.
So I had never been to one, so I don't know what to tell you about it because I didn't stay.
You didn't stay?
Later.
Oh.
Well, I don't think he stayed very long either. Did you meet somebody else? Is that what it
That's what we
comes
think.
down to? I mean, which is totally fine. That's the whole point of the party, right?
That's a success for you.
Well, I've had friends who have done these parties. Like, I was really just trying to experience it and leave because my friends who've done these parties, they say that you should leave by midnight if you don't want to, that it can get pretty crazy. Let's put it that way. And
At midnight,
I was just trying to get out of there.
Hey.
Is it really actually one of those?
I think I was right by accident.
What do you mean?
Yeah, can you elaborate? Do you know what happens at midnight?
I heard that they open up these like other rooms for activities after midnight. And that's not really my jam. Like each one apparently has a theme. I don't know. It's
Are
weird.
you not calling Alvin back because you think he stayed? Or are you not calling him? Like, I don't understand why you still wouldn't be.
Or the fact that he was at that party.
Yeah, I mean, I think I made the assumption that he's been to more than one, maybe a bunch of these, and that's just not really my thing. I'm not into that after midnight.
Well, even you yourself say, if you think that you're making an assumption there, I don't know if it's fair to jump to a full conclusion until we actually talk to Alvin himself.
Dude, because he seems like such an innocent guy when you talk to him.
And you don't even have to wait. Because Alvin is on the other line right now listening to this conversation from a secret room in our studio.
Don't say that, Jeffrey.
Alvin, you there?
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, my gosh.
What is happening?
Hey, Natalie.
Hello.
Dude, I'm dying. Did you stay after midnight, Alvin?
Do you know what she's talking about with the extra rooms that open up?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
you do?
You do, and you're laughing.
Okay.
Bro,
Well, yeah, I mean, she left, and like I said, I was kind of feeling it, and I was like, oh, I'm here. I might as well.
Am I jumping to the right assumptions on all of this, or am I?
I'm afraid to go into any more details of what actually happened.
Did you partake, or are you just enjoying the view, brother?
I was just enjoying the view.
Okay.
Alvin, why in the world would you contact a radio show if this is the type of event that you went to?
Yeah, why didn't you? You didn't mention any of this to us.
That's true.
You guys asked me to talk about the date part. That's the part that I was interested in talking with you guys about. The rest of the party and the event and stuff is like another story.
Okay. Well, sure, but it's a pretty important detail, I think, you should bring up.
I mean,
but like the story ends when Natalie left. Like afterwards, I was just on this,
Okay, we don't need to.
That's what her story of the night
You got a lot of good
ended,
ideas.
I
that
mean,
night, I'm
is
sure.
this making you feel better or worse, Natalie?
I mean, I don't like the idea of him watching other people.
Yeah.
I don't like. Why does he want to contact me?
Because you were the person I'm interested in. Like I was thinking about you the whole rest of the night. Like that's all I was
But you're
thinking about.
watching other people thinking of me. That's so.
Well.
Yeah, it's coming out
But also,
wrong.
why'd you go to the party if you're not into that type of people? Like, Natalie went. I mean, what are you doing?
That's actually true. I get caught up in that.
But
without
sometimes
knowing.
you don't know until you try it, right,
guess.
Natalie?
Yeah, I was trying to just do something outside of the box because I'm not super adventurous, but I definitely had boundaries as far as not wanting to participate in the late night activities.
Okay.
You guys are making it sound like I'm some kind of total freak who's into like these wild. This was the first time just like Natalie, this is the first time I ever went to one of these things.
That's
Well,
right.
we're not judging you. If anything, some of us are jealous of you.
I listened to like a podcast about these. They're
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I bet.
Well, how long were you there?
So like it was like a little after 3, like 3:30, something in the morning.
In the morning?
You watched for 3 hours?
I mean, I only really actually watched like this one room called the Ascot room. That was like the only one that I even looked at.
The Ascot room?
What does that even mean?
Do you know what ascots are? Like those ties, like scarf.
Oh, it's actually a smart idea.
Uh,
They're really silky.
They were pretty creative.
okay.
Oh my gosh, that's so gross. I don't. What am I supposed to say to that?
Well, look, he didn't use one of the ascots. He just watched people with the ascots.
I know, but no, I don't know why. I shouldn't have pulled you out of that bush. I don't know.
Just
That has
pushed him
such a
deeper into it.
Different meaning
Yeah.
right now.
Okay. Well, before I ask officially, Alvin, is there anything else that you want to say to Natalie, like a final plea, maybe?
I just want to say, like, I thought we had a good time beforehand. It's not like I said, I'm not like into that scene. That's not like my place and my people or something. And you got to admit, we were having a good time. At least I think we were.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you guys should go back.
And he obviously, his intentions was to meet one person.
Okay. Well, I just need to know: are you going to go to the next one?
I mean, if you wanted to go with me to one of those, that would be cool. But like, I'm not going to be going by myself.
Well,
That was a little soon to say that, my friend.
I don't know.
But it's not too soon to ask if we can facilitate another meetup between the two of you.
Look,
We'll have a red envelope party over at Chili's.
Oh, I'm going to see you in the baby back room.
that's what I was going to say. As long as there aren't extra rooms being opened up after
So
hours.
you're saying
Okay.
yes?
You're open to it?
You know what? I am, because like I said, I'm trying to be adventurous, and it sounds like he went and he committed to the experience, but it doesn't sound like it's something that he does all the time.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Alvin.
Look out, janitor's closet.
Congratulations. You got yourself another date.
Yes, I'm so glad. I really am.
God, it's going to be so sweet when you guys tell this story at your wedding. Where you were when you met.
Yeah, everybody has red ascots in the wedding party.
No, just on honeymoon night is ascots. No.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Uh-oh, role play.
The bellboy can watch. How soon is too soon to make a grand romantic gesture?
Oh.
For Jose, maybe 2 or 3 dates.
Okay,
For
yeah.
Alexis, maybe 10 or 15
Probably, yeah.
years.
Times that by 5, then maybe.
Yeah. Well, it really depends on the person. And one of our listeners decided to do something incredibly thoughtful for a woman after their date happened. And he spent a lot of time and creative energy to come up with this idea just to make her smile.
Sweet.
Surprisingly, his romantic gesture was not as well received as he expected it would be.
Oh, no.
Was it too much? Too grand of a grand gesture? We're going to find out in your brand new second date update next. When you're growing up, you hear people say phrases like, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard that, yeah.
A for effort.
Yeah.
It's the thought that counts.
I've heard all those,
Feels
Jeff.
like you're not believing him, Jeff.
Well, I never realized it's just grown-ups' way of politely telling you, you failed.
Yeah.
But hey, you tried.
That's right, Jeffrey.
And today, I would like to give an A for effort to our listener, Ricky.
Uh-oh.
Because even though he is not getting a call back, he
gosh.
did put a crazy amount of effort into his post-date show of appreciation. And Ricky, you know what? At least you tried.
Oh, God, that sounds so condescending, Jeff.
You keep trying by contacting us, so you're not giving up, and I do respect that. So, Ricky, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Okay, Ricky, I mean, what an intro. How you feeling? You feeling really confident now? that Jeff talked you up like
Well,
that?
I was confident, and everything seemed great. I'm wavering. I'll say that. I'm wavering.
Okay.
It said in your email that this girl that you went out with is Leanne. And before we get to the extra effort that you put in after the date, because only I know what that is right now, obviously you must have had a pretty good time with her, because I'm guessing you don't do this for everybody.
No, I certainly don't.
Okay.
Did you meet Luann on a dating website?
Yes, we did meet on a dating app. That's just the way it is these days, it seems.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's normal.
What'd you like about her? What stood out?
Well, one of the things that I thought we really connected on is that we're both cat people. But
cat people.
We had really great conversation, and it was just good vibes the whole time. Lots of laughs. It was very what I thought was natural.
That's a good bond. That's a good bond.
Where were you bonding? What date did you choose to do?
So we did a cooking class. It was an Italian theme.
That's cute. Was that your idea?
Yeah, it was. And she was very hyped about it, too. So I thought we were in great shape just to get started.
Totally. You
That'd be
learning
so
something new
fun.
together. Like, you'd like that, right, Alexis?
Can we make mac and cheese?
Okay. I meant you need that, don't you, Alexis?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
actually what I meant.
It's a cool idea, but isn't that like more of a established couples thing? Like
Can you talk
and
a lot during it? Like, I don't know.
It's funny you say because it did seem like a lot of the people that were in the class were a little bit older, and I definitely saw some rings in there. So I would guess they were married.
I mean, but why would that be a big deal? I mean, you're in a room with married people. We're not scary,
Well, you are, but most aren't.
I don't know how that would affect your date.
Other than, I would say in the beginning, they kind of did like a meet and greet with everyone. We had to say we were on the first date, and I'm pretty sure we were the only ones on the first
That
date.
would be.
Okay, you kind of brought attention to you.
Because then married old people are like, oh my God, you guys are so cute.
And then they want to help.
Totally.
And the guy's like, run now.
This is
I
my
hate
10th
that.
class.
Yeah, but
Get out of here.
It's just what guys say to other guys. But it sounds like you had a good time with her.
We really did. We had lots of fun. It was just, we were laughing like the whole time.
That's
Okay,
great.
so and now are we talking about what he did after? Is that where we're at? Like, it sounds like the date was fantastic.
I want to know what he made. Is that important?
No.
Like a bolognese?
No,
or
it doesn't matter,
spaghetti?
Jose.
Well,
I think it's a fair question. What did you end up making with Leanne?
We ended up making a tiramisu.
Oh, that's that little coffee cakey dessert.
Yeah, with like the lady fingers
So
or whatever
good.
they do.
Okay. Now I'm realizing it really wasn't that important to the date, probably.
I'm sorry. I'm
Okay,
a foodie.
you know what?
There's some foodies out there that are happy I asked. Text
Jose,
in if you're happy.
that's the one question you're allowed for this segment, so you've been cut off.
Used it.
All right. After you made your tiramisu together, how did the night or the date end?
It was classic first date end. We gave a hug, said goodbye, and excited to see you soon.
Oh, okay. This sounds also positive.
It's not classic for Brooke.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Well, okay, good reviews on the date part. Now let's get to the extra effort that you put in afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like I said earlier, we had both kind of connected on being cat people.
Yeah.
So the next day, I sent her flowers and I sent her a note.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say a cat.
I mean, I was like,
No.
you don't just send cats.
Okay.
No, we're not sending live animals.
Okay.
What does the cat have to do with it?
Well, what is it? Yeah, in the note.
So I wrote the note, but I wrote the note as if I was the cat, right? The note coming from the cat.
Just said meow 10
Wait,
times.
like your cat or?
So I got a copy right here. I'll read it for you.
Okay.
Oh, you made a copy. Wow. Okay.
I don't think he means like he printed a copy at Kinko's.
No,
Yeah.
it's like still in
on
his
his phone.
He framed it. It's up on his wall.
Sent emails
Okay,
or
go
whatever.
ahead. What does it say?
Laminated.
Laminated.
So it starts off by saying meow, because that's how cats talk.
Thank you for clarifying.
Off to a romantic start.
Yeah,
Keep
Alexis
going.
was unsure.
It's your feline friend, Mr. Jenga.
And that's her cat's name?
Yes, Mr. Jenga.
Okay.
And so I said, I know, my paws are surprisingly good at typing, but I had to send you a note because I miss you so much.
This is so funny.
This is
would work on
elaborate.
me.
Okay.
But why,
going?
and why would her cat miss her?
I basically said, so when you're at work, the house isn't the same without you. Your laugh and those delightful treats you sneak me when you think no one's looking. So can you come home soon so I can hear about your date with Ricky?
Oh, that's cute. Way to end
Good job, dude. That was awesome.
Okay.
it. So what did she say when she got it?
Well, I didn't get much from her. So
What do you mean?
What?
it was thanks for the note and the flowers. Really nothing else.
Like a wow, just a thank you.
I
and a
mean,
handshake.
That's better than nothing.
Yeah, and maybe she's not good with words. You know what I mean? Like some people don't text a lot
That's
or
true.
have a hard time.
Definitely felt like a middle school butt out hug, like we were in trouble and we're supposed to be dancing, but it just felt very reluctant.
Well, Okay. I mean, kind of just like middle school, you're coming to us to go to her to ask her how she feels, and then we'll come back and
You're
report
never too
to
old
you.
to do that.
That's right. We're going to do the telephone thing
Oh, wait,
in
Brooke
real
just handed
life.
me a piece of paper to hand to Jeff.
Okay.
Yeah. Circle yes or no.
I'll get to that later. First, we got to come back and do your second date update when we call Leanne right after this. Guys, I hate that my mind went here, but I just thought of the worst case scenario for when we make this call.
What do you mean?
No.
Like we dial, the phone rings, it gets picked up, and in the background you hear Leanne's muffled voice screaming for help.
Why? What's wrong? How could she need help?
Then her cat, Mr. Jenga, comes on the line and says, "Hello, Leanne can't come to the phone right meow.
Jeff.
She's kind of tied up.
It's the cat.
Leave a message unless this is Ricky, in which case, if you're looking for a date, I left something in my litter box just for you."
Jeff, why would none of
I said it's the worst case scenario, not the most likely scenario.
Okay, Mr. Jenga is not going to turn against lovely Leanne, okay? They're like BFFs. If anything, Mr. Jenga would be telling Leanne, you're too good for this guy.
Unless Leanne likes the guy so much that Mr. Jenga's left with no choice but to hold her hostage.
Mr. Jenga's jealous.
These things happen in the dating world every single day. And if you're just joining us and you don't know what I'm talking about,
It would be likely.
our listener Ricky had a clever idea after their meetup to send Leanne flowers and a note written from her cat in a playful way, basically saying, "I miss you, come home and tickle my belly."
And then tell me about how your cute date with
Right.
Ricky.
So, anyway, she's not responding as well as Ricky thought she would to that. We're trying to help him figure out if something else happened, if there's a reason for why.
Right, right. Can you think of anything, Ricky, that went weird on your date? Because it all sounded so good.
I cannot think of anything else.
Yeah.
I really did think it was a great date.
I don't blame you for that. I mean, his recap was lovely. Sounded like a great night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, let's just call Leanne and see if she has an answer or if Mr. Jenga picks up the phone and is holding her hostage. It could happen.
I really hope.
I mean, if cats could talk, it would be crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, and I feel like Mr. Jenga would have the accent you use.
Yeah.
I thought that was spot on, Jeffrey.
Let's figure it out. I'm dialing her number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Leanne?
Yes?
Oh, she doesn't sound like she needs
She
any
sounds
help.
like she's in distress,
No,
like
I
she
don't
didn't
think
want
so,
to
Jeff.
answer that
I
question.
don't think so.
Or is this the cat?
Leanne?
Yeah.
Sorry, this.
What's going on?
Yeah, you're on a radio show right now. We're called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Hey, Leanne.
Hey.
Welcome to the show.
I'm sorry. What is this about?
Look at that. Cat's got her
Confusing.
tongue, Jeffrey.
Hey, nice, Brooke.
We're doing this segment here called a second date update because we're trying to help one of our listeners get in contact with you after you went out with him once. It's a guy named Ricky.
Wow.
Okay. Wow in a good way? Like, wow.
Yeah.
Or wow.
Or like,
We did talk to Ricky about it, and
he talked to you? Oh my God.
well, yeah,
It sounded cute. It sounded like you guys had a great date night.
that's how we know what your number is so that we could reach out because he said that you guys went to a cooking class together. You guys made tiramisu, bonded over the fact that you both have cats, and he said after the date he sent you some flowers with a note and pretended like he was your cat, Mr. Jenga.
Yeah, he was trying to be cute and flirty and funny.
Okay.
So he felt like the date went really well, and he was actually expecting to see you again. That's why he's confused that there hasn't been any plans made.
We did have a nice date. I've never had anybody bring me to a cooking class. That part was great.
You're saying at the end of your tiramisu making, you were totally planning on seeing him again? Can we make that assumption?
Yeah, pretty much, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it was a nice date.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then why because he said that you've been kind of cold.
Yeah.
Is he reading it wrong?
No, not necessarily. The date was nice. It was just what happened after that really didn't sit well with me and made me very scared and upset.
What?
Do you mean the flowers with the note?
Yeah, the note was really cute. It was like from my cat, but
Okay.
What was scary about that?
Yeah.
You don't actually think your cat like wrote it, right?
No,
You
she
realize
already
that
said
it's
it
a
was
joke.
he matched the handwriting perfectly.
Oh, okay.
But-
Well,
See, a good sense of humor.
That's funny.
No,
I mean, we talked about where I worked, but I never gave him any of the actual location info for my job. So when I came out and found that, my heart sank, and I just.
Oh, okay. You were freaked out that he figured out exactly where your whatever office or workplace was.
I didn't know we got him delivered there.
Also, getting it to work is a bold move.
I had just assumed he'd been to your house or picked you up and got him delivered to your house.
Yeah,
You're
me
saying that he didn't know where you lived or where you worked.
What? No, I did not tell him where I worked, and it's just too quick, too soon. I didn't tell you that.
It was just, it was a boundary that was crossed for you, is what you're saying.
Exceedingly crossed, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't think that he realizes that at all.
Yeah, he didn't mean to creep you out in any way. I think he was just trying to do something nice to show the extra effort he was going to put in. But Ricky is on the other line of this call, listening.
Which doesn't sound creepy
I
at
know
all.
that doesn't sound good necessarily,
Why'd you say it?
but that is how these calls work.
My bad.
What? Are you joking right now?
Yeah,
Wish,
I'm not.
Wish we were. Didn't know that this was a situation.
Ricky?
You guys.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ricky, bro.
Okay.
And by here, he means on the phone, not physically, like
Right.
outside your house currently.
Right, I'm not watching her.
What the heck?
Guys, what is going on?
Well,
You guys.
why don't we let Ricky step in here and explain himself?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys, I appreciate you going to bat for me, and you pretty much hit the nail on the head. I just thought kind of going a little above and beyond to send you a cute little note because I thought we hit it off on a few things. You know, you did tell me where you worked, and
you did.
I just went on the Google, did my search, and it, you know.
And maybe he did your work because delivering it to your house would have actually been.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually,
that address is honestly probably easier to find to your home, but creepier.
Yeah.
So, but in your mind, Leanne, is that a boundary that's too far to cross to like Google the address of your office building or whatever?
I think it really was. I feel like he could have just called me and let that happen naturally.
I do think part of it was like he was trying to surprise you with flowers.
Exactly. It's not very romantic to send stuff after I tell you I'm sending it.
Yeah.
You also told him the name of your cat, right? He didn't like somehow.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Google
that
search
would be
that
a
and
twist.
find that out.
I am okay with telling him the name of my cat. That's fine.
Okay, you did. All right,
Okay.
Mr. Jenga, we
So-
know it.
all
And a lot of it is timing, probably just because you've only been on one date. If he had waited till the fourth or the fifth or whatever date, you would have felt like this was totally normal and sweet.
Yeah, like a cute surprise.
Yeah, it just didn't feel like a love story for me. But I don't think he's a bad guy. Just too much.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you just need to hear a sincere apology.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes that can fix it, right, Ricky?
Yeah, from the heart.
Ricky, can you get Mr. Jenga to write an apology letter and mail it to her work?
He's already writing the note.
Oh, his
that's
little
sweet.
paws are hard at work.
Yup. Neat handwriting.
Okay. But Ricky, I mean, you get what she's saying, right?
Fully. And I honestly didn't mean to creep you out in any way. It was just something that I thought would put a smile on your face. So I'm sorry if I threw you off.
Listen to that.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, she's not. Oh, no.
Normally at this point, we would offer to send you guys out on another date, and we would pay for that. I mean, I could still put that offer out there for you, Leanne, if you want to consider another date with him, and we would pay for it.
I'm going to hang out with Mr. Jenga tonight.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
She only needs one male companion in her life. The one with four paws.
Or do you want to ask Mr. Jenga permission if it's okay for you to go hang out with Ricky?
Is that the
I'll see what he says.
Okay. Maybe there's a little bit of hope here.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to press her too much. She's already obviously a little uncomfortable, so I don't want to make her more uncomfortable. But I was hoping we could at least get our cats together for a romantic dinner too. But
For a fancy feast.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's so cute.
I was kind of on his side till I heard about the cat dinner. Now it's kind of creepy.
No.
Don't be a cat hater.
We could have had a Mrs. Jenga in the picture.
Today, Not only are you going to hear about a very strange but interesting first date,
Okay, I like that.
you're also going to learn a genius hack that'll help you start up a conversation with literally anybody that you see out at a bar.
Okay.
Wow, that's awesome.
Alexis, you could walk up to Michael B. Jordan and give him this line, and he wouldn't say no to you.
Oh my God. All right, keep talking, Jeff. Let's go.
You're going to find out what this pro-level dating hack is in your...
Keep it moving.
We'll get to it.
So intense.
It's your brand new second date update right after this. I just saw a dating study that found 86% of women who make the first move will end up marrying that person.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
Oh my God, I got a move put on me recently. This is great.
That means-
God.
I'm engaged.
Guys, if you ever see a girl walking towards you at a bar, making eye contact,
Wait, that's a move?
you need to run.
Okay.
Or throw a glass of beer against the wall, pull the fire alarm, whatever distraction you need to make. Because if she does successfully make contact, science says you're about to be tied to that woman forever.
No.
I only bring it up because one of our listeners, Julia, says that she recently made the first move on a guy.
Good for you.
And now she needs our help. So, Julia, can I assume you're also ready to walk down the aisle with him and say I do?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Wait. Did you really just agree to that, Julia?
The science doesn't lie.
I do, Julia.
Wait, is she being sarcastic? Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm getting older, and
Okay.
I also saw this study, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to
Okay.
be more proactive.
All right.
That's good.
So who was your victim?
Okay, so
Good choice of words there.
I was going out with my girlfriend, and I have this thing that I do where I go up to a guy, and I'll ask him to take a photo of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. The guy should obviously help if he's a nice dude.
Never going to be a good photo, but.
That doesn't sound like it's the point. It's
I
not
know,
to get
I'm
a
just
good
saying.
photo.
It will be blurry from the chin up.
Yeah, okay. She's
It's
going to
a-
delete it immediately. But it helps you, like, have a good icebreaker, I guess, in order to meet him.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this was the third time I had done this. And
Okay.
we had this kind of chemistry, kind of awkward chemistry, but you can feel it.
Okay.
So you guys are in a bar. He takes your photo.
Yeah. So then I was like, oh, he already has my phone. I was like, do you want to go for pie? And he was like, what?
Go for pie.
I thought you were going to say, put your phone number in my phone.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, it's a smooth move, but
Have
go
we
for pie
even
would work.
have we even learned what his name is yet, or are you just immediately asking him out to pie?
No, we did names first.
Okay.
Okay.
What is his name?
Travis.
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 So, wait,
All right.
is the pie move what you did on the other two guys too?
No, this was a new one for me. I was like, I saw this viral video of this cute little pie shop in our area.
Oh, I don't think I've seen
Oh,
this.
okay.
But you're at a bar. Is it open still? Like pie shops are usually
Midnight pie.
No, we got our numbers and we were texting back and forth.
Okay, so you're not doing pie that night. You're asking for a later date.
Future pie.
Where
Yeah.
you can meet up and get pie.
Okay.
Yes, so I picked him up because I was the one that suggested the date.
Yep.
Oh, wow, you really took the lead.
And
Very
you know,
proper.
well, she knows where the pie is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we come upon this house, and I was like, this can't be it. We made a wrong turn.
At a
And-
house?
Yeah, at a house.
For pie?
It's like a cute house with a porch.
maybe it's
And
a
then I
grandma.
see this little sign. It says pies and with the arrow. And I was like, huh, this must be it.
Oh my God, it feels even more legit
It's a
now.
speakeasy pie shop.
Yes.
It really is.
Well, that's awkward.
Weird.
Oh, I think it's so
No,
exciting.
this is why it's trending.
You're just going to walk
Yeah.
into somebody's house and
Yes.
ask for their pies?
Some of
Yes.
the best food. This is like when a grandma has tamales on the side of the
Yes.
road. You want to buy those tamales, bro.
I
Eat
can't
the
believe
pie.
you guys think this is so normal to just have a pie shop inside of somebody's home.
I don't think it's normal. That's why I want the address to be able to go myself, Jeff.
Okay.
What was it like inside? Was it sketch?
We opened the door,
Yeah.
and it's a living room full of pies. There's like 20 pies.
I bet that smells
I bet
amazing.
it's just a
in
grandma
that
doing
room.
this for fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what, is there like an employee there that's there to like help you pick out your pie?
Employee, Jeff,
No.
at someone's house, I bet.
That was the weird part. There was no one there.
Oh, wait,
Oh.
nobody at all?
Okay, so you broke into someone's empty home and stole their pies.
Actually, at this point, yeah.
No, there was a sign, Jeff. It's legit.
Sure.
Still.
Yeah, as long as there's a welcome mat on the ground any
You
house
said
you
it
can
said
go
pie.
into.
I'm
So
with
do you-
Jeff. This is sketch
It
now.
said pie with an arrow.
Okay, so what do you do now that you're in this living room full of pies?
Well, we're looking around. We're getting a little freaked out, a little bit. And then we see this sign that says honor system.
Yep.
So
Okay.
Honor system.
I go back to my car, get this bag, because we bought three pies.
3 pies.
Wow.
Okay, support local. Okay.
That's a lot of pie.
It is a lot of pie.
So do you take the pies?
So you take the pies out? Like, what do you do? Where do you eat them?
So they had these plastic forks there. And I was like, okay, well, I guess we'll just eat in the car, like, because there's nowhere to sit.
Oh, wait, now you're having car pie? That's not very
Yeah.
romantic.
I think it's really cute and romantic.
No, you don't need a romantic first date.
Maybe for women, this is sounding very romantic. As a guy, I don't know if this is the hottest date I've ever
It's
been
not
on.
romantic. It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Again, for women, that sounds like a great
come
time.
on, Jeff.
I'm just not a sit in a car, eat pie type
You've
of guy.
never tried it.
But how did it go with you and Travis eating car pie?
It was a little awkward.
Okay, why?
Why?
Why was it awkward?
Because both of us are holding a pie and, like, eating it with a plastic fork.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, did it end? Like, did you eat the whole pie?
No.
That may be the problem.
I actually didn't really know how to end it, so I just went back to the beginning of how we first met, and I was like, can you take a picture of me eating this pie?
That's kind of
Oh
funny.
my
Did
God.
he laugh?
I want to see this photo so badly.
How did he react? Is it important?
He was like, oh my gosh, yeah.
It just sounds like there was like a brief awkward moment. Like it's not like the whole
It's not
date
your
was
fault.
awkward.
He didn't do anything either.
Sure. So how is it between you and Travis now?
Oh, good question.
Well, I dropped him off, and I texted him, and it's been, like, cordial, but nothing like, hey, let's go on another date.
Oh, okay. Dude, you should take him on a pastry tour of the city.
I
for
think
the
we've
next-
had we've done enough of like the bakery theme for once.
Yeah, maybe just like Netflix and chill sometime.
Or a
I don't know.
bar, like I don't
Or a
know,
bar,
like
yeah, or
maybe
a
more like a normal
restaurant.
date.
I can't even get him to ask me out for another date, so let's just start there.
Okay.
Yeah. It is his turn this time.
We'll see what he has to say when we come back and give him a call and try and get you your second date update a la mode right after this.
Okay.
You know what's more romantic than a quaint little pie shop in someone's empty living room?
What, Jeff?
Is taking those pies
Uh-huh.
and walking 20 feet outside to the driveway and eating them in your car with plastic forks.
Oh, I love this.
Sounds like a scene from the TLC show My 400-Pound Life.
God, Jeff.
But it's not. It's actually a date that our listener Julia went on with a guy named Travis, and she probably ended up throwing up from eating so much pie. Now, she didn't say that, but we do know that the guy she went out with is not initiating another hangout, which is disappointing to her. So she's turned to us for a little bit of help.
Yeah. I mean, have you texted him or anything? You said you talked a little bit.
Yeah, he's just kind of neutral.
God, and you introduce him to the best pie of his life and you get
know.
neutrality back? How dare he?
I mean, he didn't go off on the pie like I did. I was like, wow, this cherry's delicious. And he was like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, pretty good.
Oh.
Oh.
You may be a foodie and he's not.
Yeah. We're going to find out when we call Travis right now. Hopefully he answers the phone and has some explanation.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what's up because I can fix whatever the problem is.
You can fix it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like that attitude. That's a can-do attitude.
I just hope his mouth isn't full when he picks up the phone. Here we go. I'm going to dial his number right now.
Hello.
Hey, is this Travis?
Yes. May I ask who's calling?
Yes, you may. Thank you for asking permission for that. My name is Jeff, and I'm part of a radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.